Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
I was saying, what we gonna talk about the Lupe thing?
I thought so. You
Oh,
didn't put it on
okay.
the docket?
I didn't put it in there. I was just saying I was gonna bring it up maybe, but I don't know. I didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
we can talk about
we
it.
could talk about it. I don't know. I was just because you got a
I got a bit of a gist of it.
same.
I was reading what she was saying, and I'm like, Lupe really did that? And for people that don't know, I'll hopefully link the video in the description. Lupe is creating an AI radio that's also going to write raps and make songs
for him and his it's gonna be his stuff.
Yeah, but it's still AI. So
it's AI.
At some point, if someone gets a hold of that metadata in general, or the data that's been, embedded in, you can use that algorithm to make a song.
My thing was it's already here. They're already doing it. So I'm like, I don't understand why people mad about it.
I think they're mad because of hip hop purists such as Lupe Fiasco, the chosen one. He's like Anakin. He turned to the dark side.
And he was just saying like, I was no chosen one. People weren't messing with me. He was just like, I'm hip hop, but I'm like, I'm not here to. No, he said I don't like teach hip hop or whatever like this. He's like, I'm a part of hip hop, but like, I'm not like this spokesman for hip hop. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of audience, like a lot of us, like listeners, put expectations that he's a rappity rap guy. He must hold these standards of like, got to keep hip hop this tradition and not let the man. And I could, she was.
A lot of people think because you rap, especially at a higher level, that you respect the art form and that you want what's best for the art form in all facets.
Yeah, and she was just saying he's mistaken his innovation. He's like naive to it or whatever. Like, but also at the same time saying he's not stupid. Pretty much, he's intelligent. So it's like my whole thing is like, okay, what are you trying to get at then? Like, just call him a sellout. But he's not really selling anything like crazy. Like it's free to the people that spent, I think, over $100 at his shows. No, okay, you spent I'm gonna tell you how it's free. Okay, like it's free to the people that spent $100 on merch. They got a card, right? Like at his shows, and so this card is like a USB card, and if they go to each show, they can get like more songs or more to the radio or whatever station, and like you get hints of like where to go listen to it now and things like that. He was saying something on that line. It's like he's trying to bring more of his fans back into like I guess getting outside and like being straight to consumer. Trying to beat the whole thing of like streaming. You know what I mean? Like kind of like what Nipsey was doing. You know what I mean? When Nipsey used to do the whole I'm gonna sell this mixtape for $100, and when you buy this, you also get this right here. Like people was getting when they getting like extra like what was he was doing?
Like concert
he was getting different tickets. He was doing all type of stuff. Like I think he's doing that. He's making like a different experience of like being a Lupe fan. So it's like it's like pros and cons into the situation. You see why people will be upset, but I'm like, I don't know why. Like why people care what other people do with their stuff.
I think
like we don't. None of us own hip hop, bro.
I think it's the fact of they think that he's helping the technology learn and do better. And I know that the creator, I forgot her name because I also was subscribed to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She said something about how it's digital blackface, but I'm like, didn't we already have some AI that tried to do a song and send the N word or something like that? It was supposed to be like an imitation of like 6ix9ine or whatever.
Yep.
So I don't have much to say about it because I'm just like. Yeah, but it's also like no, not like that, but like who cares?
Yeah,
because it's like,
bro, black music has been refurbished like from different ethnicity, different people. Like we don't own it. Like once we get into those labels, the labels are like the real people. Like you want to talk about Lupe, but look, you don't think these freaking labels are in cahoots with the freaking technology companies? Come on, they like you said, they put out the whole they ripping the streaming. They get a bigger cut off the streaming than the stream.
And honestly,
than Spotify.
No telling what's in the contract. They can obviously put that in some type of machine, some learning machine.
They already
filter
use
it all through.
And streaming, they already
no one
use
knows they masters
and they already using AI in streaming. You got an AI DJ on Spotify. You got.
I use it. I'm not gonna lie. I use that.
Like we all use AI in some way. You know what I'm saying?
But I think most technology is AI to a degree.
Bro, I think we just gotta understand that. I know it sucks. But innovation, things are meant, how this world is operated is to get easier and more efficient. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope the world becomes like World's End Harem at the beginning.
it's like this, bro. I sign an artist, right? Artist having problems or he getting in trouble, going to jail. You know, my AR artist, he's never sleep. He don't go to jail. He don't gotta. He can rap about having sex with women, but he don't really have to do it. He's my AI artist. He can do whatever I want. It's like the same thing with like different companies bringing in automated robots and all this type of stuff doing. Come on, man.
But I think it's hard for you to make a song through an AI robot and make it a hit. But then again, I mean, it's Lupe, so like, when's the last time he had a hit? But
so
also,
you don't think?
I think it'll be. I think for a lot of fans, not most. I can't say most. I think for the general consumer, they wouldn't really care. For the major like very in tune fan, they wouldn't like that because it'll be very inauthentic.
I think we already been helping them, bro.
I mean, have we? Yes.
We got tight beats out here. We're pretty much AI. You trying to mimic somebody already else, another producer or another artist. You know what I'm saying? So you already helping them. Like it's too late. It's too late.
Oh yeah, it's Skynet.
It's
Streaming made the music industry Skynet.
Yeah,
because there's no telling what's happening back there. Is Drake our savior? Is he the T2000 or was it 1000? Which one is Arnold in Judgment
I don't
Day?
remember the names.
Was it T1000? Whichever one is Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's the hero in the Judgment Day. Is Drake that? Is he coming to?
What do Drake has to do with that? Well, because he's suing him. No, he's fake. No, that's more. You know, Drake is
Kanye was supposed to be the first one, but he tried to kill Drake instead.
Drake, that's not for the man. That's for him. It's not for everybody. Come on, let's be honest. We know Drake. That's a selfish thing. You know what I mean?
What about Kanye?
Like even when what do you mean by Kanye? Oh, Kanye, he like leaked like contracts, pissing on Grammys. Remember that the whole Twitter thing he went on, bro? But I don't know, bro. I just think it's all crazy. I don't know why. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Some people in the comments, you know, if y'all ever see this, like, please explain to me why should I care about this?
I think it's the fact of like, if one rapper embraces it or endorses it, then it might lead to like a downfall trickle effect. That's why I'm thinking. I'm theorizing.
Look, I
don't know.
But I understand what you're saying. But we have so many, year after year, month after month, it's something new. This is gonna kill hip hop. This is gonna take away the essence of it.
I was gonna kill it.
I'm just saying streaming. I'm saying even with the like AI now. I'm just saying it's always something.
But I mean,
it could be an artist. It's not even that. It could just be an artist that's coming out. Oh, this is watering down the culture. It's every time it's something.
I mean, but also, I don't want to say it like this. People use AI now to change people's voices in songs.
Yeah.
Have you not seen that trend?
Bro, it's just,
I love that trend on TikTok.
I don't know. I just don't understand. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Dude.
It's mostly from the purists, probably.
These trying to be gatekeepers it's no way we can do it when everything is the labels have it all, bro. It's the labels, bro.
I hate to say it like this. Once music hit the internet, it was over.
It's a wrap, bro.
I think it was over. I think because labels can push whatever they want, they can manipulate whatever they want. It all comes to a machine. I believe in the algorithm to a degree, but I don't believe that it's fully up to the algorithm. Yeah. Once it hit the internet, it was over. Yeah. Even though Pimp C did say, hey, Pimpin' Ain't Dead just moved to the web. I mean, technically it was right in that sense still. But, hey, Pimpin' Ain't Dead just moved to the website, B. Hey, everybody getting pimped.
Hey, I don't know if I think you, I was watching a video on YouTube about some pimps in Dallas. I don't know if you remember my tweet when I said, he was his dad. His dad was a pimp and his mom was a hoe. He was like, yeah, I'm from the womb of a hoe and the nutsack of a pimp or something like that. He said.
Nigga, what side of YouTube is you on?
Bro, I just be watching stuff, bro. You don't ever watch like what's called White Underbelly or whatever?
Do I ever watch it?
Have you ever heard of that?
No, because most of the time when I'm watching stuff, it's while I'm doing something else.
I watch all types of stuff on YouTube. My algorithm is like insane. You got hip hop here, then you got like some true crime stuff and some cop videos and all this type of stuff. I like watching.
I hate to say it like this. I'm not a subject to the algorithm. Yeah. When I subscribe to someone, it's because I want to watch their content mostly. So I scroll, I watch their content. The only time I watch someone else's content is like if you recommend it to me or if my girl's watching it. But I'm literally still one of those people that I'm word of mouth. Like me, like I never go on the, when I go to YouTube, I never go on my homepage. I always hit the subscription tab to see who uploaded.
But like my algorithm is based on like who I subscribe to though. I'm subscribed to cop channels. I'm subscribed to like, you know, documentary people that do video essays and stuff like that. So like my home channel is full of that. Rap, cars, music, you know, all that.
So you know I used to be in the Red Pill stuff.
Yeah.
I only get recommended Red Pill stuff because I only watch one creator that kind of does it, but he doesn't really do Red Pill stuff. It's just life in general. But I get recommended that stuff, but I never watch it.
Yeah.
I never watch it. Because I'm just like, I don't care what anyone else's opinion is on this, because most likely they're using someone else's thumbnail idea. You know, it's certain things like that where I'm just like, I guess my thing is this, right? And I was talking to my homie D last night. He was like, man, it sucks that you haven't watched The Penguin yet. And I'm like, it don't suck to me. I'm like, there's so much media out here that I'm like, I'm not in a rush to get to anything, because unless it's like for a review, obviously, for here. I'm not in a rush to get to anything because there's just so much stuff here and it's never going to go away. I'm like, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And me, I'm the type of person where I'm closed off. It has to really interest me for me to go out and...
Well, some people say you can't trust no streaming service. You know, they're going to be gone and they ain't going to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out.
But you always know that I've been a preservationist. All the physical media I have, that stuff I want to keep. Like in case, like, I remember when streaming went down and all the P&D music went off. I was like, well, I got the vinyl. Like, I can still download it if I need to. You know what I'm saying? But I had the vinyl, so I'm just like, music that I really want, that I know that, I'm going to listen to this, even whether it's on streaming or not. I got it. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a preservationist. So I'm a collector.
Yeah. I collect certain things as well. Oh, speaking of, we can talk about that later. But, yeah. What?
Dang, now I don't know what it is.
We gonna talk about it? We talk about like, because right now it's just like a conversation for the conversation or something, I guess, you know what I mean? But, you know, we're here now.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase. I'm the cultural commentator here with my co-host.
T.
And we're here to bring you some more hip-hop goodness. We're the show that actually talks about the music. You get what I'm saying? We don't chill with the drama.
Yes, sir.
We don't try and tear jerk you to get to subscribe to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not pandering to you guys. We want everyone here to have a differing opinion. You ain't got to argue us down, but we welcome the different opinions over here. If you have something that you want to say, you have a differing opinion, as long as you say it peacefully and respectfully, hey, we're here to hear it, open to it, open up the dialogue. You get what I'm saying? But we're here with another episode, like I said, of Hip Hop Goodness. We got a few albums that are releasing. Not really much news happening. It's been very dry because this is our first episode that we are filming in 2025. Our first episode of 2025 has already dropped, so go ahead and check that out. But this is our first episode that we are filming in 2025, and it's a very slow week. Literally all the news pieces I got were from today. Bruh. Like, I got it today, and I'm just like, this is some really quick stuff.
I looked in there, I was like, when did he come up with all this stuff?
I had to come up with it on the cusp. Yeah, I was making some thumbnails. I was like, we need some news.
It was crazy because I was seeing that you was updating and getting a notification. I'm like, and I'm on Hip Hop XD. I'm like, I'm all over the place trying to find like something worth mentioning, and I'm like, I can't find anything.
Well, at least I always want to have three pieces of things to talk about. But we're not journalists here. Yeah. But in this section of the pod, I guess you could say we are in our journalistic bag right here, because we're giving you guys news and we give you guys our thoughts on it. But we're basically like the barbershop. You come here to listen to our opinions. We're not here to state facts. We're here to state just opinions and be authentically ourselves and not pander to the echo chamber nor to anyone else just because everybody wants to hate on a certain artist.
Hey, B, should we make a disclaimer? Like, just make a whole disclaimer in the beginning of the show?
I think so, because we're not journalists.
Yeah.
We say whatever we want, whether it's right or wrong. We don't care. It's about our opinion and us being ourselves. And we don't have herd mentality.
We're open to being wrong. Come on, it's no problem. You know what I'm saying?
We're open to different opinions.
Different opinions, bro. We don't live in an echo chamber. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to either. I'm not trying to have herd mentality. Yeah. Just because everybody hates one person doesn't mean I gotta hate them too. God dang it. I love Drake. God dang it.
Yeah, I love Drake.
I love a lot of artists. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to make a statement, a hot take, even though I don't think it's a hot take. Just real quick before we actually get into the housekeeping of the show. I think Freddie Gibbs might be becoming the next Game. I'm scared, B. I'm scared because of his antics.
What does he do?
No, I'm just saying in general.
I think he's good.
Some people view him. I'm saying he's becoming the next one. Not necessarily meaning he's following the exact footsteps, but how people view the game, like come on, tighten up, you rap.
Yeah, I think one thing with Freddie Gibbs before we move on is that the game has so much of a bigger high in his career to I don't think Freddie.
The fall from grace is greater, yes. But I'm saying who's another rapper that you would put gangsta, making great music, really good discography, pretty strong discography, great skill in rapping, But man, just that personal life, and now that it hit social media, we all know about it. We're like, yo, come on,
Freddie talked about how he wished he went the
Pause.
gangster music route or something like that. Something like that.
I wanted to bring that up one episode, but I was like, I ain't got nothing to talk about with that. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, but gangsta gives. Like, your gangsta gives.
Yeah,
like,
he was like, man,
you made this path for yourself. I can't imagine you not rapping about gangsta stuff. Like, I can imagine you rapping about like stuff in your daily life now. But like, that's the stuff. I'm not saying because I fell in love with it, you gotta stay that. But I can't imagine you not rapping about any other stuff. What would you rap about?
Yeah.
Because this stuff is your life.
Yeah.
Like, what would you rap about? And I'm not saying that you're not the best, like you're the worst rapper of all time. But it's like, generally rappers pull from their life. So it's like, what would you have rapped about? Like the perspective of not being a gangster, but it's like, based off what you rap about, you was in these things.
Yeah.
Allegedly, of course. You was in these dealings too. So what you gonna do? Be like Nas and make another Illmatic, but from the gangster's perspective? And I don't know. It's so confusing right there.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get the housekeeping out the way. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. If you are on the YouTube version, which you should be on the YouTube version, but if you're nasty enough, we are also available on Apple Music, well, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music if you're nasty enough. Make sure to show support on those platforms as well to help boost us within the algorithm. And we have timestamps in the description down below because we know that we talk about certain things that you guys probably don't care about. And guess what? You can skip ahead to those points in the episode to see what we're talking about. But also, we have daily clips coming up on the YouTube channel as well, which is another reason that you should subscribe. So make sure you're subscribed to see the daily clips. That way, in case you don't want to watch the full episode, which you should, because you can see our beautiful faces for a longer time in general. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you can see some of the daily BBC in your subscription box. You get what I'm saying? And this is not OF. You get what I'm saying? And besides all that, I'm forgetting one more thing. Check our social links in the description down below. Check out the Google form if you're an up-and-coming artist. If you want us to potentially review your project, album, mixtape, EP, whatever. It doesn't guarantee that we'll see it, but we might actually check it out and actually review it on the show. But you can't be sensitive. And like I said, it doesn't guarantee it. You can't be sensitive. But I think that's all the housekeeping out the way, B. Before we actually get into today's episode, how have you been?
B, I've been good. So, I was telling you about the Legos. I was like, B, I think I'm going to just start collecting Legos, whatever. So, your boy was like, I want to go buy that Lamborghini Countach from the Lego store.
How you spell that?
Countach?
Yeah.
C-U-N-T-H-T-A-C-H.
Okay. I thought you were going to say C-O-O-N.
Nah,
I was like, hold on, what are we talking about now?
But your boy went and got that Porsche 911. I finished it. I'm going to show you a picture of it. I finished that joint. It took me 2 days. But look, I was working on it.
Okay.
Hey, there we go, B.
Okay. Now when you gonna get the whip in real life?
I don't know. This is one of my dream cars growing up. And I'm like, yo, if I collected Legos, you know what I'm saying? I got it. But nah, man, my weekend was great, bro. I really had fun just like building that. It's like, what, 14, a little over 1,400 pieces.
Oh, I thought you about to say hours.
No. Hours totally probably like breaks. I'd say like 6 hours.
Are you including breaks or taking out breaks?
That's including breaks.
Okay.
Cause just sitting there, back hurting on the couch. Boy, I had to move the couch up.
You need to get one of them things where you sit up, where it makes you sit up and it has it right in front of you. You need to get one of them.
I might have to. I'm thinking about
get a tray table like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more stuff like once I get that crib. Cause a little apartment, I don't want to have everything everywhere.
Storage. I got one.
Yeah,
sadly.
But nah, you had no choice. I ain't got as much stuff as you. But how you been, B?
I'm all right, man. After this whole kerfuffle that I went through this weekend, whether with me being sick, got over that. Thank the Lord. I am just so grateful to breathe through my nostrils again. Getting over that, someone trying to start a little tiff with me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Very weird behavior, very sensitive behavior, very herd mentality behavior, very conspiracy theorist behavior. But we're not going to talk about that person, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it mature. I thought I was going to be super mature and like maybe react to one of their videos on here. I was like, nah, he's still talking smack, so F him. You get what I'm saying? You older than me, like you dang near in a retiring home. Yeah, we go. And this is the thing, B. People think you really affected me like that. I only think about this stuff when I get on Twitter and I get the notifications. Because guess what? Every time I wasn't on Twitter, I was on Astrobot, which is the newest PlayStation exclusive game that's a platformer. And I love me platformers. I love platformers. I'm also a Sony pony. That means I'm riding hard for Sony PlayStation in general. I gotta have my PlayStation in my life, baby. Yes, sir. I played that. Got the platinum this weekend. Life is good right now in that aspect. Ugh, I just been playing video games. I've been trying to have a new schedule.
So is Astro, what's it called again?
So it's Astro Bot. You're thinking probably Astro's Playroom. That was the game that came on the PS5.
And that's that character though.
Yeah, that's the character.
But
so
he
they
has
gave
his
him
own-
a full game now.
But he's like, I heard like it has like old PlayStation like characters.
So
in
what
it
it
and
is
stuff like
is Astro Bot is basically a homage to PlayStation in general. So when you played the Astro's Playroom, did you play it?
that. I
right?
never played it.
So you need to at least get your son to play it.
Okay.
At least it's a great platform, especially to get you to get to feel of the PS5 itself.
Right.
Basically, when it comes to Astrobot and Astro's Playroom, it's a big homage to PlayStation, all the IPs and stuff like that. So you get the little characters, like they're little bots themselves, but half of the bots in the game, they're like odes to like Sony's like exclusives back then, like Tomb Raider. Even though Tomb Raider's on all systems, it was a nod to the to the PlayStation.
Well, like Crash Bandicoot? Yeah.
Jack and Daxter, Nathan Drake,
The apes.
Yeah, that was one of the first
greatest,
levels.
Great Escape, Ape Escape. Okay.
It was, and the one thing about this game is it's so unique and creative, and it comes off very kiddie when you look at it because there's no dialogue or anything in it. But when you play it, it's actually going to challenge you. It's going to test your gangster on the platform and things. And I was over here this weekend. I was like, yo, I'm going to throw this controller.
Was you playing on the portable?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
I was alternating, baby. I couldn't have too much Astrobot in my life. I loved it. Like I said, I platinumed the game.
Yeah.
I don't really platinum games. Last game I platinumed was Spider-Man 2. Man, this game right here, it's one of my favorites. Even though I know it won Game of the Year, some people's like, oh, it didn't deserve it. I don't care. It was fun. I wouldn't recommend this to a kid. At first, I was like, oh, yeah, I definitely recommend this to a kid. But one, they wouldn't get a lot of the nostalgia bomb stuff. And two, I think it'd be a lot more difficult for a kid to like really, really get into like that.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, besides all that, B, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
B, not much at all. Boy. Like one thing about me, like for this break, been going through and I haven't been listening to much music, so I'm kind of pulling some little stuff out my butt.
Hey, B,
I
say
played.
whatever, talk about whatever you want. If you don't have much to talk about, yeah,
I really don't, but I have one album that I went back to. It's an oldie, not too old. 2020, I said 2020, 2013, Wretch, Polo Sporting Goods. I actually started listening to this because I was on Twitter and Quandary, he was like, he talked about how like, he was jamming Wretch back then, and I was like, dang man, I ain't listened to that in so long. And I was just talking about how I used to jam like Wretch and Dash, whatever, was going back and forth. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play that. And I'm like, bro, this is just right here, bro. Wretch just, I don't know, you know Rich?
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he go by like Retchy P. I think he used to go by Retchy P.
If so,
yeah.
that sounds a lot more.
Yeah, he used to be like Retchy P or whatever. But this right here is like, today you put this out and it's still dope. Like,
when did this come out?
This came out 2013, and like he was rapping on some like grimy beats. You know what I'm saying? Rich got that like really like not raspy voice, but kind of dark like grimy voice a little bit, but like a little like it's more lighter. And I don't know, it meshed these beats so well, man. And I just love his style, and I just don't know why he's not still current today, because this right here is
like current today is like he doesn't fit in today's standards.
Like he fits
rapping
perfectly right now. But I don't know if he's rapping. I need to check up and see. I see him pop up on Twitter sometime, but he's just saying something funny, and but that's about it. But when it comes to like him musically, I just haven't seen him around. I don't know. Maybe I need to do my research, Rich. If you see this, bro, I'm sorry. But like this right here to me, bro, this is right here at that time was like one that I kept playing. Like Absol has a dope verse on here. Action Bronson. And of course Dash.
Rap.
Yeah, of course Dash. But he's not like, when you listen to him, you're not like, oh, he's this rapidy rap rapper. You know what I mean? He's that, East Coast. I think he's from Jersey. That type of rapping. Like you hear some of these productions, you be like, all right, boom. There's like stuff that you can see him rapping like on some Alchemist, on like some old Havoc, like stuff around that time. Like some, or like today, I could see him rapping on like some Daninger beats or like some Nicholas Craven and stuff like that. Rock Marciano, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand like why he don't fit now. Like he'll be perfect right now. I just don't know what he's doing.
Maybe he came too soon, B. Bygone product of that era.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing right now, man. I see him pop up sometime. Yo, Rich, where you at, man? Like, I don't know if him and Dash still cool, because I used to love listen to Dash as well. He actually put out something this year, I think, because Dash still be kind of current, but he's not like, in everybody's faces. You know who Dash is?
Sounds familiar.
D.A. $, H, yeah.
Sounds familiar.
He was on Fetty. He was like, Mr. Never Lacking, Mr. Packing. light skinned dude. You know that song Fetty on with Maxo Cream, Playboy Cardi, Dash.
Sounds familiar. I don't think I probably listened to him though.
But yeah, overall, man, none of you young guys out there, either guys my age, you know what I'm saying, a little older, y'all ain't heard Reg Polo Sporting Goods, bro. It's a really good listen, man. It's not too long at all, 34 minutes, 11 tracks, some dope stuff on here. Like, no skips to me. Never been. And me re-listening to it with 30-year-old ears, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no longer 19, 20 years old jamming this, and it's like, still holds up. Till this day, like, it comes out today, and it's still current. It's still dope. So, yep.
All right. My first project, and I didn't have it on my list because it wasn't available on this app. I listened to Z2 Legit's newest EP project.
Hey, we could talk about this together then. Even though I didn't get to finish all of it, but
I listened to it. I only listened to it once. The only problem I have because Z2 Legit, that's our boy. We reviewed his first project, so go ahead and check out that review if you haven't already. We checked it out. Z2 Legit's. I guess we both checked it out. I enjoyed this one. I'm not gonna say more because it wasn't enough songs for me to be like, I enjoyed this more than his last project. I enjoyed this. My only problem, you already know it, the mixing.
I thought the mixing got better on this.
It was better. But it was either the first song or the second song. I'm like, this beat is beating you up. It is like, it's because you're not mixed well with it.
Yeah.
Like, you fit well on the beat, and I like the way he sounded on these beats.
Yeah.
When I could hear him. That's my only problem. Besides that, there was some songs. He has like 2 songs. He has like 2 or 3 songs where I'm like, all right, the mixing is good.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's straight
Like,
right here.
like act like you know like the first track. His mixing was.
It was like I said, it was the first or the second track. I only heard that project once.
So the first track was a little.
One of them was one of them.
It didn't seem like that.
It was one of them where I'm like, the song, the instrumental is way louder than you. And I know our boy Z2 Legit.
Yeah.
He's a bit more quiet spoken.
Yeah.
Soft spoken.
Soft spoken.
It's like I said, sometimes he be mixed really well, and you gotta mix your stuff really well and boost your vocals or something, because if you get a really loud beat and you soft spoken as is, and he got the little chill West Coast Cali like flow, which I love it. I be grooving with it.
Right.
But I'm like, that beat is way too loud. I'm like, I can't hear you. And one of the beats was way too loud to where like my speakers didn't sound good with the beat. I'm just like, okay, so you might have just boosted this beat a little bit too much. But either way, your vocals still need to be at least hitting me to where I'm like, okay, I can hear you on top of the vocal. Like, I can understand if it's something like a Yeet where it's like, okay, the bass is way overpowering. But no, the whole instrumental was overpowering. So I'm like, all right, it's the mixing on this end. Like I said, once he gets that mixing down, I don't know how he's mixing it. Maybe he needs some studio grade headphones. Maybe he needs to listen to it in a studio like application. I don't know. But once he gets that mixing down,
You gotta do that car test first.
that's the best test. You gotta do that. You gotta listen to the headphones. You gotta listen to it in multiple places. And I get it. He's up and coming. So I'm not dogging on him too much because that's my only problem. Besides that, he's making some really fun songs that I'm jamming. I like to see my boy doing what he's been saying that he's wanting to do, and he's actually doing it. So I do want to give him props because some people, they might do one thing. He released a project. He could have stopped after that, but he took the criticism. He took it on the chin, even though we ain't kill him or nothing.
Yeah, nah.
He was like, okay, let me apply this. He's making some better product.
Yeah,
I appreciate him for that.
I like this because I like this type of like the more mellow like West Coast, more that doom doom. You know what I mean? I like that. Like it's I like when it had a little bass on it.
Hey you, what you
trying
trying to do?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's always stuck in my head.
Yeah. Like my son, I'm telling you, he was like play some and I was like, oh yeah, got a new EP. And then we started playing it and I'm like, yo, this sounds dope. Even my girl was like, yo, I like this. Because we like these. I like this more of this production. It's more relaxed to me. Like it's more like I don't know. It's
I want
like,
to
you don't
like
have to
subdued.
I guess because like I feel like if you on them other beats sometimes, like he'll try to like I don't know if he's trying to catch up with the beat, but on here it feel like it was more his pace. I don't know. I like dang, this kind of sounds a little. I don't know. It kind of fit better to me in my opinion.
Yeah, that's why I said that these songs, like I said, the only problem I have with this is the mixing.
It's the mixing for you.
Like I said, because the last one I gave my criticisms, but it was a lot longer. This one has less room for error, and I'm just like, dang, like I'm trying to see. There was like 2 features on here, right?
Yeah, he had a.
I'm trying to see if I remember the features. The features
he had
were
3 features.
Okay, the features wasn't too memorable to me, but
It's
overall,
the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that these are a better fit too as well.
Yeah, I do.
And I like the beat. I like the beat selection a lot more.
Yeah,
as
I like
well.
that's what I'm saying.
I liked it a lot more.
The first track was my favorite track. I listened to it once as well. I'm gonna have to go back as well and listen to because I ain't been listening to much music, man. I ain't even get. I wanted to listen to his other project. I just didn't get to. It was something else. But yeah, that's something I listened to as well. So But yeah, because I saw him putting it on Snapchat. Like, all right, I'm ready. You told me he came over and he was like, hey, I'm dropping it on this day. I'm like, all right.
And I do want to give him credit. He said when he was going to drop, he dropped it. And he dropped 2 projects last year.
Yes,
because he
sir.
dropped this one at the end of 2024.
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, you dropped 2 projects.
Yeah.
I'm really proud. You dropped like 2.5 because you dropped the screwed version of the last one or the slow to reverb or whatever. Which I jammed some of that too. Hey, what's that one song? Don't switch, don't fold, buddy. Hey, that screw. I was like, hey, I'm rolling to it.
I didn't
don't switch, don't fold, buddy.
I haven't put it.
I skimmed the songs that I like. I listened to the screwed versions of those. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna switch. I'm not gonna fold. I'm not a little buddy. Like, come on, bro. They don't want to get me going to win. Hey, Z2 legit. You got me, man. I mean, you already had me because I do want to support, but I genuinely enjoy seeing what you do, and hopefully you're enjoying this. I know it's a lot of work behind this, and I don't know what it's like. Well, I mean, I know what it's like to try
to create music,
but I don't know what it's like to fully do this, having to get the cover art, having to actually create it, the songs.
That's all I be thinking. I be thinking about that when like friends of mine like make music, because I'm like, it puts me in their shoes in a way, because like because you can see them, you're more close to them. So sometimes you think more of like, dang, what's the direction we would take? Like, what's in his mind, or like, what type of cover I want? You know what I'm saying? I never think about that when it comes to like bigger artists or anything like that. Even though it'd be like cover art is very important. Yeah. And like being like a independent artist or like up and coming, he's like, what's gonna be my direction? Like that's a lot. That's a lot like going on, man.
And then you still potentially want to pierce through to the mainstream to a degree. So. Not saying you want to be the biggest artist. Yeah. But you still want to get known. You know what I'm saying? You want to get outside the hood.
Yes, sir. You know but yeah, man, hey, we checked out your project, bro. We're gonna listen to
legit.
The Plan EP, man. Yeah. Y'all want to check it out? Like some West Coast vibe, you know what I mean? That's, he gonna keep that West Coast, in there. Bro. He told me
west to the south.
He told me his next one gonna be Texas, and it was just screwed up. I'm like, come on, bro. I thought you gonna represent. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for his next project. Like I said, all you need to get down is the mixing. Yeah. It was someone that knows how to mix or something. That's all you gotta do.
But I think
straight. Perfect.
I don't know if he mixed this one himself because he's learning. He's like, I'm just gonna learn.
I commend that.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I think really commend that.
He's learning how to mix himself right now. So sometimes you gotta be the man, bro. You just gotta learn. Like, come on, man. I remember watching a freaking interview with Drake saying like, he couldn't sing, but he'll be like, he showed this girl his song and was like, hey yo, that's my homie singing on the hook, but it was him, and she was like, oh, he's trash. You know what I'm saying? But like, you just got, he took some little lessons. It's just YouTube University, bro. You can learn a lot. That's even though I went to school for audio engineering, I still was on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Hey, I learned everything I know about YouTube on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
I didn't learn it. I didn't have no mentor, no nothing. Bro, I had to teach everything myself.
There's so many people out here, bro, that are professionals at something and that they did not go to school for. They just YouTube University.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, Z2 legit. Man, you're delivering again. Like I said, the mixing is my only problem, but besides that, I think your beat selection was a lot better with this one. You had less room for error, and you dropped off a little package to, end the year off with. I appreciate that, my boy.
Yeah, man. What's up? Stay up there, bro. You know what I mean? Keep it up.
The next person I gotta talk about. I know this person in person. Or at least I knew this person. I went to school with him.
Oh my God. You sending me out.
Punchingtin Foxworthy. I listened to a beat.
Is it still the same or no?
It doesn't drag on as much as it did back then.
But he's
still doing that though.
He's still doing
it? At first I'm like, is he like trying to be like the Dallas Wiz Khalifa? Now I forgot if I went to a social media now. The Dallas Wiz Khalifa. I'm like, no!
That's what he said? Yeah. No way.
Boy grew his hair out, boy got the dreads. I'm not gonna say your name on here because I don't know if you want your name to be.
Was y'all ever cool or no?
Yeah, we knew each other.
Yeah, okay.
If that's what you asking. Yeah, we knew each other. But I'm pretty sure if he sees me now, he's like, who are you?
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, Punchingtin Foxworthy, another underground artist from the D. You know what I'm saying. He claims it.
When you sent me that, I like, what? He's still making music, bro? And that's back, what, 2014, 15-ish, 16?
I think so.
The artist. The shower raps. That's the shower raps, bro, when you just going off the head.
You still doing the same thing, basically, B.
Dang,
there was one song, the Say Yes. He did a Say Yes. Like, he got the sample of that. And you could tell it's, like, clearly a sample from that. And I'm like, oh, this.
All you gotta do is say yes.
Yes, like by Flowetry.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh, this is rough. But I'm not gonna laugh. I laughed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I laughed a few times listening to this. I was just like, hey, I can't be mad at someone living their dream.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're trying to take this serious or not. So, I don't know. I'll give you slack on that, my boy.
I think he's taking it seriously. It's just some people just have their own different like art. You know what I mean?
I think if it was fine tuned, he gets the right producer, it could maybe make him sound good. Because he's not gonna change his style like that. But maybe
how you think he'll sound on a hook for somebody? Just be a hook guy. Do you wanna smile?
Imagine Future back in the blog era without the auto tune. So imagine him doing all that crooning without the auto tune. Imagine that, but no auto tune.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, Punchingtin Foxworthy, man. Go ahead, check that project out if you want to have a fun time and see who I'm talking about. Somebody that I know in person. You know what I'm saying? He didn't ask me. He didn't hit me up, and then I just, I was looking for his stuff the other day because he was talking about it. And I'm like, let me see if he's making music still, or if I'm still subscribed to him on Spotify. Sly put out a project. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this. It's like 30-something minutes.
Yeah.
It's inoffensive. I'm gonna go ahead, and I know I'm gonna laugh. So, yeah. Next two projects I have is two of Mario's albums because I wanted to just finish out listening to his whole discography. D.N.A, Dancing Shadows. D.N.A actually came out while I was like in middle school or high school. That's what the song was, Sean Garrett. What you wanna break up? I'm not gonna lie. That time was a weird space for R&B.
It was.
And he put that song out. That was like the only like traditional R&B sounding song. Even though it was really hip hop dominant to me. It was the only traditional R&B sounding song.
Gucci was on Break Up, right?
Yeah. Him, Sean Garrett, and Gucci.
I remember that music video.
And yeah, it was the first track, and I'm like, your single is the first track? But it was one of those things where it's kind of like the Doja Cat Scarlet, where it's like, oh, you put the biggest track as your first track, then the rest of the album is the rest of the album. And this album sounds like he's trying to go pop. And Mario can sing. I just didn't expect that it was going to be pop, and unexpectedly, I really enjoyed the project. Now, I'm not going to say this is one of his best projects. I don't say it like that because he don't have great projects in his discography. Go is a really good album. But I still have his latest album, Glad You Came, as his best project. Like, cohesively, every single song, there was like one or two songs, I'm like, But everything on Glad You Came, his recent album, I'm like, okay, this is your best body of work. I'm like, this is crazy right now, but I'm loving it right now. And so I went to Dancing Shadows as well, which was during like 2017, 2018, I think. Listen to that. Yeah, really wasn't rocking with that. There was some songs I liked here and there, but overall, as a body of work, wasn't really rocking with it. So yeah, Mario, you've had a very up and down discography with me. But hey, I really loved your last project though. And my last project that I guess I want to talk about, Rick Ross's Rich Forever. I think it was like his 12-year anniversary this month. And I just want to go back, re-listen to it. Just feel that blog era back in my veins, baby, because that nostalgia, man. That's why I put on Twitter today. This is a perfect mixtape, by the way. Top 5 in Rick Ross's discography. If you haven't heard Rich Forever, banger on top of banger on top of banger on top of banger. God dang it. Here's a feature with Nas, Styles P, Future on there, Pharrell, Stally.
I ain't heard that in a long time.
B. He even got some features from Diddy. That boy. This is when they with the Bugatti boys.
You know they made a Diddy Tubi movie? Somebody posted a clip on freaking Twitter, bro.
Yeah. It's bad?
Bro, on that clip, he was like chopping somebody's hand off with like a bunch of like a big cleaver or whatever. It was like,
what is he? A Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I don't know what's going on, bro.
But yeah, Rick Ross's Rich Forever. I saw that was a 12-year anniversary. I'm like, let me just go ahead and run through this mixtape real quick. That needs to be put on streaming services.
You need it on there?
I still got it on my local files. Yeah. Don't worry about that, baby. Don't worry about that. But I need that on streaming so I can have that added to my listens and my minutes and stuff like that.
I actually listened to that. Well, I know we're going to review it, but I listened to Thank Me Later by Drake.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to review it.
Yeah, we're going to review it, but my first impressions, of being 15 years later, still, I still felt the same, We're going to talk about it more in depth, but yeah, I was looking like, because Apple have this whole thing of like essential album, and they have that as an essential album. And I'm like, is this
like for what time?
It's just Drake essential albums. Like they have an artist and they have they essential albums. Like,
that you need to listen to if you want to
get
into this person.
And I was just like, is this essential?
Yes.
You think so?
I think that's what helped start the memes for Drake. I just think Drake mastered it and Take Care and nothing was the same. But those same things that people hate Drake for and cringe at, it all goes still to that album. Like, you can't really pin that on So Far Gone because it was so, like, not everywhere, but it was a bit more diverse in terms of, like, what it was musically. But that album, I'm like, okay, this is literally soft Drake. Like,
no, it's still Drake. No, it's Drake. I was just saying, it's just like the Drake that we know now. It's like this guy.
This is totally different.
He'll look at this dude and be like, "That's not." Like they're totally different musically. I don't know how he is, outside.
This is like looking like when you're 30 something, looking at your old middle school pictures.
And just I would listen to like karaoke still. Like I love that song, bro. Like I was like I forgot how much I love that song because I haven't heard
That's
it.
one of Alicia Keys, right?
Nah, it's just
That's Fireworks.
When I'm speaking karaoke, like you know what I mean. I was like,
that's not the one.
I didn't want to go. It's the second track.
But yesterday you was invited.
Nah.
What song is that one? I was thinking of you yesterday. You was invited.
And you were
whatever.
No, that's not karaoke, bro. No.
Okay, I'm thinking of Fireworks then. No, that has to be
Fireworks is freaking. That's Alicia Keys' album. Karaoke is different.
No, that's on his album.
Fireworks is on his album.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's not.
You know I don't know.
No. But no, karaoke is not. It's not that song.
We were smoking yesterday. You was invited. That was not that song?
It's not on karaoke, bro. I don't think so.
You sure? Things never was the same. No. What song is that one?
Things will never change.
The Resistance. That's what it is. That's
not karaoke.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
But karaoke is like
the one that starts off a bit slower.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then he rapped. He had one verse. Yeah. But nah, hearing that, I was just like, cause I was playing it like my girl like never listened to the album. She was like, I like this song, like karaoke, and I was like, yeah, like we'll never get this Drake back. Like the persona is just totally different.
No, yeah.
Like nah,
I don't want to be like that. He's not the corn. Like he's not unintentionally a cornball.
Like he a cornball. Like his music now, like the whole tough guy thing. Like we look at it as corny, but like his persona in music is different now. Like even how he. Like
his
approach to things, like he's way more confident, and even like his jabs at people are different now. It's more like threats. Like it was different back then. Like he'll always be like, you're hating on me. You like me, but I don't pay it no mind. Type stuff. I'm gonna take the highway. I'm gonna take the high road. You're just haters, pretty much. But now he's just like, ayo.
No, like I got my.
Like ayo, who put the bomb in your trunk? The pipe in your trunk? It was an exhibit. You know what I mean? So it's like he say things like that now. So I don't know.
Hey,
listening to it was very different. Look in the eyes of Drake now. Not even thinking about the beef, just Drake, who he is. Like we could as an artist, and it's just like it was a weird listen, to be honest with you. Even though like I was like, dang, I missed this Drake. I missed it, just the Drake I like. That's like me liking like Donald Glover. Like I love the guy that wasn't like he didn't really fit into this hip hop thing really. And it kind of draw me into him. Like that was to me, that's a charm. That's something about you that kind of make you stand out. I feel like now what Drake's doing, he kind of tried to like, okay.
He's trying to fit in.
He's trying to fit in.
But like they said, I forgot who said it. It's like he tries to get in with the new kids. That way he can still keep living and stay relevant.
But back then he was
the new kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But he understood.
But yeah, if nobody ever listened to Thank Me Larry, I guess it is an essential album to listen to because to me it's not no classic. Like it has really good Drake moments on there, but it also have moments and stretches that I'm like, I don't like this song. I don't like this song.
Sorry.
But it has
some CD in my car.
Yeah, but it's still stuff on there that I really love. You know what I mean? So,
my last project, Lil Baby's My Turn to Deluxe. I'm a guy that I'm Team Lil Baby over Gunna. This was before the whole rat snitching allegations. Back when we used to work at the Big Blue Building, him and Miguel, Gunna's this guy, Gunna's this guy. Me, I'm Team Lil Baby. I'm a ride for my boy. When My Turn came out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. I went back to listen to it. Oh, this is a classic. Yeah, this is a classic for that era right there. This is an essential album for the streaming era. This album is 5 out of 5, god dang it. That's why I put it on Twitter before I listen to Wham. Please, God, just give me 75% of Lil Baby My Turn on there. Just give me 75%. That's all I'm asking for. Lil Baby My Turn, perfect album for him.
Yeah.
Perfect. He will never hit that again. I'm sorry. He won't. God dang it, I miss it. I miss that rise with Lil Baby. And then we got that album. The Deluxe. it's cool. It has a cool few songs. But the first 16 songs, that hour, oh my gosh. The run that he was going with, the consecutive back-to-back bangers. We'll never get that again. Never. Every album after that's going to be a disappointment. I'm sorry.
I didn't even like My Turn. I never been a Baby guy, bro. Baby never done it for me. I never understood it.
He's just a protege. He's just the guy that got the chip on his shoulder. He's just a protege. Look, you got Gunna, who's the melodic kid of Young Thug. You got Baby. Baby's just that guy that he's on the come up. I'm going hard. I'm doing my thing.
Baby never did it for me, bro.
I'm sorry, B. It's just a cool factor. You know, certain rappers that just got the cool factor. You like, you know what? I feel cool listening to this guy's music.
No, I never felt that.
You never felt that from his music or just in general?
Not from him at all.
Oh.
He seemed like a cool guy, like, but when it comes musically, it never got me. I need Baby with Gunna. To me, Gunna just made songs better.
I'm both. I need Baby with Gunna. I need Gunna with Baby. I'm both.
Nah, you had a streak. The last Gunna album, how many tracks on there that was fire?
6. But after that,
you could say that. But yeah, Wham.
I actually like more tracks on Wham than I did the last album. I didn't like Wham.
What you
as
mean?
an album.
You mean last Baby album?
No. I liked more tracks on Wham than I did Gunna's last project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But either way, I still don't think both of those albums are good. But that was my last album for what we've been jamming. Let us know what you've been jamming down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the news section of the show where we talk about new music releases, new stuff that's been announced or dropped since we last shot our episode, and hip-hop news and current events. But let's go ahead and start off with some new music releases and announcements. It's been very dry. It's been very slow because it is the beginning of 2025.
First quarter, baby.
Westside Gunn's 12, the album version, though. So I think he's going to have some, like, dump where he had extra songs. He's going to put them on there.
Yeah.
Nothing for you? Nah, I didn't listen to the last one, so I'm not going to listen to this one.
I don't care.
Ken Carson's manager says a new album is on the way. Am I hyped for this? No.
Yeah.
Will I listen to this? Of course.
Where you see this news at?
I gotta shout out that boy Kirko. He been coming up with the news lately, and I'm like, okay, you ops with NFR too. I like this little battle rivalry y'all got going on.
He used to be with NFR?
No, you know how like they always copy each
they
other.
be going,
He's like F NFR or whatever. I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? And my thing is this, right? I like news pages like this that don't try to have the personality with it. Every now and then he might try to have his opinion on it, but mostly he's just giving me news. Yeah. I'm like, thank you, Kirko. That's all I need. That's all I need from you. But yeah, Ken Carson's manager says that a new album is on the way. Like I said, I'm not hyped. I didn't even listen to the deluxe version of Great Chaos, but I did enjoy that album a lot. 21 Savage threatens us with teasing new music will be coming soon. B, what should we do? Like, how do we take shelter from hearing this?
You think it's gonna be bad?
Did you hear his last album?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No. But
is it memorable?
No.
I don't think it's gonna be bad, but it's just like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I'm not saying that you can't release music.
One day, I don't know when, but we're gonna have the conversation about how we are like throwing rappers to the side, like quicker now. Like, yeah, it's over for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nah, 21 Savage, good. You know, we can listen to it.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah. American Dream. I listened to it last year like twice.
Well, I think I like Red Rum on there.
Yeah, but that was like the biggest song off there.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Come on, what about that? I'm smoking gas. It smell like poop.
I hated that, bro.
He went on Twitter. Should I change the lyric up, guys? You know that lyric is
take
bad.
Take your ass back to UK,
bro. Wham! A Deluxe is dropping on the 7th, so by the time this episode drops, the Deluxe should be out. When you listen to the Deluxe tracks, we will change your mind on the album. That we
Hell no. Hell no.
And last piece of new music releases. Yeet clears his IG. Is this the start of his next rollout? I'm not gonna lie. I'm in Yeet fatigue.
That's good, B.
I'm in Yeet fatigue right now. There's so many artists dropping music. You dropped twice last year, Yeet. And one that was cool. I'm not just going back and just jamming those albums a bunch right now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even let the last album breathe. Pun intended. You ain't even let the last albums breathe like that. I'm not really hyped for this one. I will be there, but I'm not hyped. You know I got to be part of the zeitgeist.
Of course.
And by being part of the zeitgeist, that means being part of the conversation. It does not mean that I'm going to be sheep mentality and agreeing with everything I see. This means I want to be part of the conversation, see what everybody's talking about, because I have to add context, and I like to add, like, the moment. when I'm talking about this stuff online because we are preserving these
Yeah,
moments on the internet. So yeah, I like to be part of the zeitgeist. And I like to go into things for my own opinion before the internet swarms and massively like agrees like, oh, this album is bad or oh, this album is good.
I always listen to the album before I go on Twitter. Always.
I try to. But that's about it for new music releases and stuff. Like I said, been a dry week. I was really pulling teeth on this one.
And I was trying to find something that drops. I couldn't find nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll post it on Thursday.
Yeah.
What drops. And we'll try. I mean, we got plenty of stuff to review.
Yeah.
We got a lot of album anniversaries that's coming up this year, and I can't wait to get to them. All the album anniversaries be. That's what you don't bad boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, 5.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. But let's go ahead and get on to the hip hop news and current events. Like I said, pulling for straws. I'm pulling teeth on this one, B. Gunna's lawyer has had enough, B. He said Gunna is not a snitch.
What's his name? Steve Sato?
Yeah. Which I was like, this is weird. Why is your lawyer
He's
tweeting?
like, I'm sick of it.
I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking on his behalf. The long post is solely to set out the truth. Gunna did not cooperate and did nothing and said nothing to cause harm to Thug's case. He spent 8 months in jail and was released in December 2022 after entering an Alford plea. Gunna's plea was not used as Thug's trial, and he was never even named a witness. He received a 5-year suspended sentence with no reporting, no travel restrictions, no living restrictions, and no probation. Over the last 2 years, from media reports, he has performed all over the world, achieved international fame and recognition, and earned millions of dollars. Conversely, Thug went to trial and eventually pled guilty in Nolo after spending 30 months in jail, received 15 years probation with reporting conditions, and is not even allowed to live in Atlanta. That last sentence was kind of hate, though. That was kind of hate. He kind of hate. Like, he dirty backing. If there was a word for dirty backing in the law, he was definitely dirty backing.
Bro, we just got to come to it, bro. It was the thing when Gunna said, when they asked him, is YSL a gang? And he said, yeah.
Yeah.
That ruined it.
Yeah.
Like, even though you technically didn't snitch, you saying that and, like, also putting out that statement that YSL a gang. You remember those statements?
Yeah, where he's like, I got tricked. He
Yeah,
made that
like,
song,
oh,
I got tricked.
So it's like they embarrassed him, bro. And I just don't see, we'll never see Gunna, Little Baby and Young Thug maybe ever working again, bro.
His last statement be, those that have and continue to badmouth Gunna, get over it. Enough said. He's had enough, B.
What, he's on Twitter or something? Or like, Gunna was like,
so weird. He's like, Gunna just went to him. They keep calling me a snitch.
And it's a rap. Like, Gunna, you just gotta understand it. There's some people that's not gonna mess with you, and there's some that's gonna mess with you.
Yeah, you can play the tough guy, but you can't play the street guy no more in the raps.
I don't think he ever played really the street guy.
No, he always played the guy that I'm fresher than you. I got more money than you. I get more girls than you. He was always that guy. But you can't say something like, oh, YSL so and so. I got people that'll do this. You can't do that no more. Which, I mean, that wasn't solely Gunna's music. I mean, he still raps about the same thing he's been rapping about. Yeah. He doesn't have access to those producers that was giving him that grander sound back then.
He's still back with, he got,
I said some of those producers, not all of them. But yeah, overall, Gunna, hold up now.
Metro is trash.
You getting too ahead of yourself now.
Metro trash.
But yeah, overall, Gunna, your lawyer, get him out of here, Gunna. Second piece of news we have, Durk's trial has been pushed back from this month, January, to October 2025. B, they saying it's a wrap for him. Federal prosecutors allegedly have 230 gigabytes of evidence, including audio and video recordings, surveillance footage, and 20,000 pages of reports, witness statements, and medical documents. We're not the street cast. We're not going to be just talking about the street dealings. We're not going to talk about people like Top 5 and his dealings with Durk. What I will say, though, is it is looking like a wrap. I hope he has a good lawyer. I hope he didn't do it, because that means that there would have to be a victim. God, it's not looking good for Durk. I'm just going to say that.
We're going to see, man. Like you said, I don't really like speaking on stuff like this because it's like not my wheelhouse. I hate this type of stuff. But hopefully he pushed through, man, and he can make it out of there, bro. Hopefully he get a mistrial.
230 gigabytes of evidence. That's a lot of evidence.
Yep.
And if it's not all video stuff, that is a lot. And last piece of news we have. Could Kanye be back, B? I've been seeing some recent things on the internet this weekend and last week.
He's looking happy?
Yeah, he looking like he lost some weight as well.
Yeah.
He was at his wife's birthday party dancing with her, getting a little freaky, getting his freak on. Maybe Stepping in the Name of Love by R. Kelly remix. He had a little bully snippet surface online.
I'm looking at that. Okay.
And he played the GOATed game, The Last of Us Part 2, and he gave his thoughts on it, which he said he's not sponsored. He said that this is basically a GOATed game, which I think Kanye is back in his full right mind.
Have you?
That game is GOATed.
Nah, I wouldn't believe that. But
you're bugging. But
you like that too? You like that game?
The Last of Us too? I like it. I think I can see the problems with it that people have. I think gameplay wise and writing wise, I think it's really good. But I think the fundamentals of the actual world itself and how there's so many dry spells while playing the game, I think that's the biggest problem. Because it's like you're in a world full of zombies. Why are there so many quiet moments in between these parts where you're supposed to be exploring, getting this stuff, and then you hit like a
You
big
beat that
moment?
game?
Yeah. I actually replayed Last of Us 1, the PS5 version, so I could play Last of Us 2, the PS4 version, enhanced on the PS5, and then right after that, bastards. Oh yeah, we're putting out the PS5 version now.
Yeah, that's what they
What
do.
the F? Naughty Dog, you've already wronged me plenty of times by redoing The Last of Us a gajillion times. You really gonna put The Last of Us Part 2? PS5
They got a new
version?
IP coming out too, right?
Yeah, I can't wait. It has a lot of references to Akira too.
Yeah, I see
which
that
I think
it
is
has,
mid.
it
But
has
yeah.
the chick with the bald head. Or whatever, yeah.
And there was a lot of references to Akira, not just the bike slide that everybody sees. You know, it's a good amount of references.
We're gonna see what's going on.
It's gonna be peak, but you know, it's a PlayStation IP. It's Naughty Dog.
Hey,
Naughty Dog has not done me wrong. I'm a
Let it go,
Sony
bro.
pony.
How old are you now, V? Stop it,
29.
bro. Let it go.
B. It's
Stop.
gonna be peak.
You gotta hop off that dick.
It's Sony. I'm a Sony pony for life. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
He just say that because he had a 360 back then.
I have everything. I don't have an Xbox now though. I technically do with my Ally X.
That's not an Xbox. It's a Windows.
Hey,
it's a Windows
I got Game
PC.
Pass.
Nah, pass out on somewhere else. I need to get Game Pass myself.
Hey, that Game Pass be hitting.
I bet. But yeah, I think Kanye might actually be back.
Let's see.
I remember all the rumors. I wanted to bring this up because I know now, while Kanye has been in the light because, you know, some of the stuff has been coming up, no one's really talked about like how those rumors of him being on nitrous oxide or whatever or being addicted to it. All that stuff happened. We didn't know really what was happening with Kanye. Vultures 3 was supposed to release last year as well, which we already know Kanye wasn't going to abide by time anyways. I just think that it's really good to see Kanye looking and sounding healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the music sounded like. I don't give a F.
Yeah.
It was just looking very bad for Kanye after a while. And I'm like, Kanye needs some help.
People saying Kanye looking 35 again. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
We gonna see.
I like that. Hopefully it reflects in the music as well.
Oh,
Because
most
that's what I
definitely.
care about. But that's about it for news because pulling for straws, beginning of the year, nothing's really coming out right now. But what did come out, it's time to get into the music review section of the show, B. Lil Baby's WHAM came out.
Whammy.
And WHAM is an acronym for Who Hard As Me? Apparently a lot of people because, baby, I don't know what happened on this one, Dominique. He's supposed to be coming us a deluxe. And another album this year.
Yeah, Dominique's gonna be the other album, right?
Yes. That's why I knew his name. I'm scared. B, let's go ahead and talk about Lil Baby's WHAM. I'm going to let you go, B, because I'm going to go on my soapbox once I start going. So I'm going to let you go first. What are your thoughts on WHAM?
My thoughts on Wham is like, I don't know why people, you know, are like, oh my God, Baby fell off. I don't know. He just, to me, this is how Lil Baby was to me. He never done anything for me. Lyrically, of course, production, like, I don't know if he had better hooks, but like the hooks he have now are trash. He's like, it's like, it feels like he's phoning it in. It's like he's just making generic Little Baby songs. Like, it don't sound like he have any like hunger or like, it's like, oh, I'm here for I won't get fined. And that's what I felt from this project. I just feel like, oh, I have these tracks and I'm just putting them on here. It didn't feel like an album to me. I don't know why. Out of all the Lil Baby albums I have listened to, you know, I will say, this is probably my least favorite. I only listen to like, besides Drip Harder. I drip to My Turn. What was the one with him is white, Black and White has
Harder
Hardest
than ever?
Yeah, with Drake on the
Yes, Indeed.
Yes Indeed, yeah. I heard that. And out of those was his hunger eras, like him being, newer pretty much. But this right here it didn't do nothing for me. If we can go down the track list, let me see real quick of something that I liked on this joint. Did I even put it? I didn't even put it in my library, bro. I just went to Lil Baby and listened to it. Like, I played it like 3 times. Like,
Sorry. 4 for me.
yeah, I ain't even add it. But like, F you 2 times, Dumb and Dumber, Listen Up, him saying off just felt so weird. Like, hearing like a street dude saying off, like they never, like, that's some white boy stuff. I Promise was like wasn't that like the ladies track? Redbone was awful to me. Glorilla, I don't know what it is with her voice. She just doesn't do it for me. She just sounds like she can't rap. She just you just want me.
I hate
you
that
think
that
they mad
impersonation's on point.
good? Like, come on, get out of here, bro. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it with her flow, and it just she sounds like she just still don't know how to rap. By myself, I'm not mad at it for some reason. I don't care for Rilo Rodriguez joint because I barely can understand him. But I had no problem with Raw Wave on the hook a little bit. It was a cool track. Do for the Win, no, generic. Stiff Gang was so generic. So Sorry, generic. Like, Stuff with him and Travis Scott. Get that shit out of here. Say Twin is like, Say Twin, bro. Like, why would you make that? Say Twin. Say Twin. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like, I don't understand what's going on. Free promo, outfit. Like, bro, none of this stuff just felt, it didn't feel like an album. Like, it's just tracks. And none of this stuff, I don't know. That's all I gotta really say. It's generic little baby stuff. He never done nothing for me. Like, he never would. I never understood it. I never did. I never understood it. And I still don't. I didn't even like the bigger picture. I didn't even like that shit. It's bigger than black and white. Get out of here, bro. You don't know nothing about race relations.
Fire. He's like Lil Wayne. Racism doesn't exist.
Anyways, this album right here, it's not for me. And the year 2025, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna be honest. Some of these albums just not for me. I'm just gonna be like, yo, I'm not your audience. Apparently he has an audience because he's projected to do like 125. So that's not an easy thing to do in this climate. So the street dudes or the girls, whoever, they're still listening to him. I don't think I will ever return back to a Little Baby album. I'm gonna say that right now. If you want to review Dominic, I might. But this right here, B, I think I'll let you listen to it first, and you be like, yo, B, I think this is a little better. Maybe. But other than that, bro, I don't think I can do it. Little Baby, I'm not. It's not for me, bro. It's just not. I'll let you take the reins on this one, man. What you got, B?
I'm Team Lil Baby. I've been Team Lil Baby before the whole Gunna and Lil Baby fallout happened. I was always Team Baby. There was always something that attracted me to Baby's music a bit more than Gunna's. Not saying that Gunna didn't make good music. He did. But I was always attracted a bit more to Baby because his raps was more my style. You know I like the trap guy. B.
Yeah.
I'm the trap god myself. And like I said before we started this episode, I am a Cowboys fan in the space of hip-hop. I keep choosing the mainstream guys that lose. B, why me? What did I do to deserve this?
I don't know.
B,
like
why
Drake.
don't the hip-hop guys love me, B? Why don't the hip-hop guys love me, B?
I don't know, bro. Maybe you need to show the hip hop guys that you want to shoot. Like, just look. This is what I'm gonna say before you get on. B, just be honest with yourself. Cowboy fans, they not honest. Be honest. B, don't be delusional.
I sometimes be delusional on here.
Don't be
I can't
delusional.
remember the last time because I'm always spitting facts.
All right, here you go.
But going into this project, like I said earlier in what we've been jamming section, which if you haven't seen that, if you skipped over that, go back to that. I really listened to My Turn recently before this album came out, and I'm like, please, just give me a little inkling of 75% of my Turn, Lil Baby. Give me the little inklings because that album, Baby's best project to date. Phenomenal work. Phenomenal track listing. Great. Fantastic. Baby showed me, he came to show and prove on that.
So what is it about Baby that stood out to you? What makes him attractive?
He just makes that cool music, B. He knew how to make songs back then. Because my thing is this, Baby, he gonna rap about the same thing every
Look at
song.
the Essential album, though.
B, I love that project.
Yeah.
I love that. You wanna know why? Because it's good music. Good music always wins. It don't matter if you can't rap. It don't matter if you can rap. Is the music good?
Yeah.
That's what matters. Is the hooks good? Are you saying the right things on these songs? You ain't gotta be super spiritual, lyrical, miracle on these songs for me. Do a bump in the whip, good wise, because just because you got bass don't mean it's bumping in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll bump a lot of that edge out.
Facts.
So I went to this project, WHAM. I'm like, oh, with a title track like, I mean, with an album name like that, who hard is me? You gotta come with something hard. Pause. I went into this project, B. I was sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
I listened to Baby's last project when it first came out. I was disappointed. I was in my delusion a little bit. I'm like, no. I'm like, Baby, he holding back.
Yeah.
Nah, this confirms it. Slow decline after my turn.
Damn.
I hate to say this too because Lil Baby, my turn is right there for me. Going to this, listen up. I'm like, oh, he gave me the no drums, no bass. He just rapping on there. I'm like, oh yeah, he geared me up for something really nice. I'm like, oh okay, this is about to be a cinematic event right here. Dumb and Dumber came on. Baby had the weakest verse, but that's why I said it's like Goku, Trunks, and Goku. And Vegeta on here.
Weak here.
Doug, this is his first feature coming out of jail. Sounded good. That boy said it didn't even feel like I was locked up. I was like, oh, spit that ish, Doug.
He didn't sound like Thug to me.
He sounded a bit different, but I think it's because he can't talk about all that stuff he was talking about me. That's why they stripped him. It's not the same Thug. It's like Gucci. They cloned him. Nah. Future came in there with his new ad-lib A-Say Gang. This is Future in his third chapter of his career. I get it. I feel like Future's trying to force that A-Say Gang like ad-lib. That's just me though.
A-Say Gang?
That beat was stupid, but that in the middle of it, every time they rap it, I'm like, okay, you doing a little too much. Like the beat was big at that time. I'm like, you didn't. I'm like, okay, chill out with that. You don't need to keep putting that in there. Then that few 2 times came on. I'm like, this beat is beating Lil Baby up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he can't pause. He can't handle this right now. That's too much for him. Then I Promise came on.
Beat was throwing it back, B?
No, it wasn't throwing it back. He was throwing some knockout punches. Ain't no throwing it back, because at least you enjoying something. This beat was giving Lil Baby a black eye. Mm-hmm. I Promise came on. I'm like, all right, you gotta have the necessary girl song. I give it a pass. I didn't like it, but I give it a pass. Because we give Rich Sex a pass.
I don't.
Redbone came on. I'm like, Baby ain't doing it on here for me. Glorilla's better. I'm like, but the beat is the best part of this, but the beat ain't like, it's not all the way there for me. And I hate to say this, the best thing about this project is the beats. But sometimes the beats even threw me off at points. Like I Do For a Win. Well, by myself. Ride Wave gave a weak verse. Rilo Rodriguez annoying as usual. Baby folding it in. Okay. Do For a Win. All right, cool. Okay, you do for a win. I'm like, come on, prove to me why you do for a win. He didn't prove it at all, B. Stiff Gang came on. You sound stiff on this project. You ain't sound like Baby on here to me. I like the beat, though, after my third listen. But it was a pity, like. Then we got So Sorry. It was one of those, like, groovy baby girl tracks. I was like, all right, this is cool. I really like the beat on there. Stuff on there. Get that stuff out of here. Say Twin. No, don't say it at all. Please stay silent. Free Promo. Okay, I'm cool with that. Free Promo? Outfit. I'm like, okay, you made this album for 2 songs and 2 songs only. Dumb and Dumber and Outfit. Because those are the best beats on this album. Drugs Talking came in. That was cool. Then Streets Colder came on. And I hate to say this, B. This song sounds better when you watch the video for it. You watch the For the Block, whatever, for shooters only. This is the only time this song sounds good. Because when I saw the preview of that, I'm like, oh, Baby's back, baby. I listened to the album, I'm like,
yeah, don't sound the same.
What
you don't have that same effect. You need the theatrics in the back. You need the theme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like this, like I don't want to say like this. This sounds better when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
This looks better, B. That's the best way I can say about this song. It looks better.
Yeah.
Besides that, B, I did 3 to 4 listens. Disappointing. Some of the beats was cool. I enjoyed this a bit more than the last project. But overall, I don't see myself coming back to this one. No. This was very disappointing. Baby just hadn't been the same since COVID. I don't know what it is, B. Go ahead.
I think Little Baby and them are compromised, bro. I think in a way of like the whole like RICO charges and all this type of stuff. I think it's certain things that he probably wants to get off, but he can't. Because he's not trying to be in those situations.
And see, I don't want to be like that.
Because I think, did he change up some of his stuff now? Like
he wasn't going as hard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, even like with his label or whatever. Like
I think he disbanded 4PF. He didn't want it to be known as a gang or whatever. He didn't want to be associated, affiliated with that.
Yeah. So, a lot of these...
And Rilo Rodriguez, I believe, was under that.
Yeah, he is. He's in the label.
Yeah. Well, he needs to kick them off. But overall, who hard is me? Baby. By this album, everybody is harder than you.
Yeah.
It's a sad world that I've come to be. Why do I always got to be on the losing side of history?
Hey, B. I don't know. I know you said you was going to go on the soapbox. I don't know what else to say. I don't really know. I just think that he kind of just giving people a phoned in version of what he was giving before, which could be bad for y'all, but I never liked it. So to me, it's the same old baby. There's nothing really. I don't know. It's just.
I didn't feel the hunger beat. I didn't feel the want to try.
But it's like, what else would you? You know, it gets to a point where artists like these type of artists,
They plateau.
they don't really. Yeah, they plateau.
I
Really, like early. Like if you're not like with Young Thug. One thing with Young Thug has is he has a character in himself.
Mm-hmm.
He used to have like mad like allegations of his sexuality. Like he was more of a trendsetter. Like vocally, he does different things. Musically, he does different things. It's
course.
hard to plateau a guy like Thug because he has so much influence.
Yes.
Someone like
And he
Little
changes
Baby.
it up a lot.
Yeah. Someone like Little Baby is like, I don't understand why people like didn't see this coming. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
saw it coming.
Yeah.
Pause. I just didn't think I see it so early.
Yeah.
Dang. B, you know that one video with Gianna Michaels when she's in that van and the guy does that thing or whatever? It's Gianna Michaels. Come on, man.
The porn star?
Yeah.
The corn star?
Yeah. Remember she's in the video and that guy, they're in the van and it's like on Twitter, like one of the most not him moments.
Yeah.
I think this is what happened, B. It just too early. You're not him. You're not him. And the fact that you call yourself Wham and thought that was going to stick,
Whatever Wham say goes.
no, not in this case. No. This album was literally just made for Dumb and Dumber and Outfit. Because those are two beats that stand out. Besides that, I'm done, baby. I'm done. I'm tired of being in this abusive relationship. I will be there for Dominique just to make sure I'm done, though.
I think it'll be a period.
That's about it for Lil Baby's Wham. Let us know what you think about that in the comment section.
Yes, sir.
But we got 2 track reviews, B. Let's go ahead and get into that. Joey Bada, The Ruler's Back. So recently, Joey Bada took to the internet. He just uploaded the music video. He said The Ruler's Back, which is a reference to a Jay-Z song, I believe, off of The Blueprint.
The Ruler's Back is also, it's a Slick Rick.
Oh. I could have sworn that was on the Jay-Z song.
Could have been, but it's Slick Rick.
Yeah.
He did The Ruler.
Because
Slick
I
Rick
know
the
he
Ruler.
did. Well, yeah. But I know... No, I'm saying Jay-Z, I think, has a song named exactly that.
The Ruler's Back? He probably do.
That's what I'm saying. And...
But it's a Slick Rick thing.
And Slick Rick the Ruler. He also has a reference to Jay-Z's 222s or
22s. Too much West Coast dick licking. And that's what got the dick lickers out there. The dick lickers came out. You know what I'm saying? They was like, hold up.
B, is this F. Kendrick?
Look, we're going to have a conversation later on in the show. And him saying that was perfect because it let you know who really was up. Because if he would have never said that, you know what I mean?
Hey.
who they start thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Not the West Coast.
Hey.
Yeah, but anyways, I think it was a cool track. I liked it.
You know, last year I went through my whole Joey Bada.
And I told you to listen to
run.
2000. Remember? Yeah. Yeah.
And so I went through the whole thing. You know, we have a video of it on the channel, so make sure y'all go check that out to see my experience of actually revisiting all of Joey's projects, but also listening to some new stuff too as well that I have not listened to, which was really just 2000s. Overall, Joey is a rapper that he's never been a bad rapper.
Yeah.
He's always put out some really good music. The problem is his consistency.
Yeah.
That's what's always, like how Big Sean keeps saying that about himself. No, Joey really had that. But I will say that one thing with Joey, at least, he changed his sound up. And I know I'm looking at this from back then because I was like, he kind of betrayed his sound, even though I still think he kind of did. But he did have to switch up his sound and sound more modern if he really wanted to excel. Because look at a song like Devastated, which was huge for Joey. But going into this track right here, The Ruler's Back, I don't want to say it like this, you're not the ruler. You're not the king of New York. He claims that. That's a bold statement. And I hate to say it like this, that means nothing in today's climate of New York hip-hop.
It doesn't.
It means nothing.
No
Offense.
But,
Well, offense taken. Yeah.
But like, do you feel like this was this project was more? I mean,
Song.
This song was more of a like, yo, New York, let's stand up, let's come on, let's put our stamp back into the game, like in
So
the
kind of like a
forefront.
control verse?
And yeah, or was you thinking it was more shots at Kendrick?
I think this was a, yo, I'm back and I'm here to claim my throne. Like I've been missing, and I see. Look him. I see what's happening to the game. It's missing me. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, yo, I'm back. Like I just want y'all to know that I'm back. Like yeah, y'all had Jay-Z, Y'all had Nas, but y'all got me now.
Yeah.
Like the king is back. I hate to say it like this. You weren't ever the king of New York. You were never the king of New York.
You know,
You were the prince, maybe.
yeah. Maybe the Prince.
Maybe.
The runner-up, they'll be the Prince.
Yeah, that's true. But you was never the king.
But, you know.
You had a lot of promise, though.
Do you think he was taking shots at Kendrick?
I don't think it was.
Bars like, I'm out your reach, your arms too short to box for Elohim.
See, that could be metaphorical, though.
Still reigning supreme.
Because ain't Joey tall, too?
I guess he's like 6 foot or something.
He's taller than me. That's tall. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, I'm out of your reach. It's double entendre. Like, oh, you could be short, but also I'm out of your reach
Then he
because
said,
of my
I stand
status.
tall in this rap thing. Like, y'all mean.
Yeah, I just think it was one of those things where it's like, I'm going to show you guys my bravado. Like, I've been gone out the rap game too long. You guys ain't respecting New York enough. I'm going to show y'all why y'all got to respect New York and me. And while I've always respected Joey's music, you just ain't consistent enough. You ain't consistent enough to be the king of New York, nor do you have the actual pull musically to be the king of New York.
Yeah.
You don't have that discography. You don't have that mainstream appeal. Like, yeah, you might have that mainstream appeal, maybe acting-wise, maybe amongst rappers acting-wise, but you ain't got that, Joey. Like, Joey, I think you a great rapper. I think you're really good. You got something solid with 1999. Something solid with 2000s. I love it. You was cool with Before. Well, I really love Before the Cash. I like that more than All American Bada. But All American Bada is not a bad album either. Even though you did throw away New York a bit. But hey,
Let's just be honest. That's it. So Joey, it's too late. When it comes to stuff like this, bro, you can't just be the king. You can't just, I'm the king. You have to make your freaking. You got to stand on it before. Like, the only guys that ever can have this king of rap mentality right now is those 3 guys. It's Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. Because they made their freaking, like, they stamped their history already in the game. They was more consistent than you.
and
You took a different direction.
Kendrick is the only person that can avoid the consistency allegations.
And like he was more consistent than Joey Badass. And he was consistent. He just took off for 5 years that one year. But I'm like, look at all the, he was
But I'm
putting out
saying
albums.
in between those gaps, like, because a lot of artists can't take gaps in between years.
But I'm saying an artist like at they caliber, like a Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake could take a 2 years off. Because they was already the next up. When they dropped their debuts and all that, they was these are
I agree, they can.
But I'm saying Joey didn't have that. Joey has a dope mixtape that could be considered a classic. But he just
Classic amongst mixtapes or classic in that era?
I'm just mixtapes. I say mixtapes.
Okay.
And because you gotta understand that you have to make your claim to be like, oh, this rap king, this king of New York, you have to made that before. You can't just come out boom out of nowhere and just say that, because everybody gonna look at you like, only why people care about this because too much dick licking on West Coast dick licking. This ain't that boom bap nigga. This that boom pow bing. Like, that's some West Coast stuff. Like, it's like little shots at Kendrick. But other than that, bro, if you take all that out, I swear, bro, I'm not even trying to be not mean anything. You wouldn't be trending at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he has to if he would have been more consistent, maybe put out more like commercial successful hits or albums, then you could be that king. I'm just coming by just thinking of like the mainstream. Like, I don't know what you thinking about. You the king of New York, or like you for the what he said. He's staying tall in this rap thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking you talking about rap, bro. It's over. It's not. It's no way. Think of somebody later in their career that been around, like, because Joey's still young, but he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
Since blogger.
but young kids, like Kendrick and them could be his peers, but he was like 16, 17 years old. Because he's like finna be 30 this year. It's like, it's no way I believe that you could consider yourself like a king, or like, oh yeah, I'm this. Like, bro, you haven't been around. You haven't been consistent.
Not
First of
gonna lie,
all,
because it's in the same age bracket in the same little year.
yeah.
Chief Keef could come out and say that, and I'll believe that over Joey.
That's what I'm saying, because he has more, let's say, influence. He has more
Mainstream
hits,
success.
mainstream success. You got to understand, all this stuff goes into it, Joe. You can't be like, oh, I just rap better than you. I'm the king. It does.
Because if so, then Griselda and all that movement would be king.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be more to it. You have to have a mainstream appeal, which you actually don't, because of that boom bap.
You only have one song that pierced through,
And it was
devastating.
And it wasn't that big. To be
And also, it didn't even have the New York sound.
Nah, it was something different. It's like that New York sound we're gonna speak on, but like, nah, man, Joey. I thought the track was dope. You know, I really enjoyed the track. I love the beat. I love, you know, you showing some character, like the pictures and, you know, the dancing in the video and all this type of stuff.
Studio.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. But I just feel like it was just the reach, you know, with the West Coast dick licking line, which I heard he used. It kind of was, because I was seeing people post like stuff he was trying to say in the beginning, like when he like posted his old Control like response verse. It was like earlier last year, and like nobody cared, and like.
Come on, B.
It's like he's trying to like let people know, like, yo, come on, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But it's one of those things, because I remember because one of my favorite songs off of 2000. It's funny because he was like, yeah, it's me, Kenny and Cole, or whatever. Yeah. It's like, no, it's Kenny, Cole, and Drake. Yeah, like, I say, don't insert yourself in that conversation.
He's not even next up. He wouldn't even be the next person, like Joey.
I hate to say it like this, B. He's not even top 10 in our blog era.
No, Joey, you just have to understand your place in the culture right now, in the culture of like hip hop. You haven't been here.
Do you think he effed it up by going into his acting career?
It's not even. I think
that really deterred.
It does. Because he wasn't as consistent. Like, hold up, can we look at his, like how his albums released? Hold up, let's look real quick. How many albums he put out? 3?
He has Before the Cash. He has All American Bada, 2000s. These are his official albums. Summer Nights was an EP. 1999 was EP and mixtape. 1999 was also a mixtape. Was it Rejects, Reflex? That was a mixtape. He only has about 3 albums.
And like I'm saying, like 20. I'm talking about the years.
Album.
Yeah, but what was the years?
Or Beast Coast album. Oh, they were completely separated. No, them albums was way spaced out. Because I remember in 2000s, he was talking about him coming from acting or whatever.
Here you go, I got it. So, Before the Money, 2015.
Yes.
All American Badass, 2017. And then a 5-year gap, 2022. And like, him taking a 5-year gap and not having that stamp of who he is in the game will hurt you. You needed another album at least 2 years after that, like to stay relevant. Because at this point, you're not a Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick got the success, all this, and then he dropped a, 5. He's big.
Also, his peer from that era, A$AP Rocky, from the same area,
is also
he tried to do the same thing to a degree. Except A$AP Rocky was way more successful because I feel like he didn't try and focus too much on A$AP Mob, but he also had a successor from A$AP Mob. Yeah. No offense, because R.I.P. to Capital Steez. Would Capital Steez have been next up like an A$AP Ferg have been next up after Rocky?
Maybe rapping wise, but I think Joey was like, he was more of the guy. Even though I feel like Capital Steez was a better rapper, Joey still was like more. No,
but I'm saying, would he have been the next up like a Ferg? Like what?
Yeah, like next up into the pro era.
While my guy isn't here, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back, I take a back seat. Yeah. I think the thing with this is that 2 people from New York, both from the same era, were both doing similar things in terms of like doing their own thing, kind of having a resurgence of an older sound, bringing it in with their own movement. Except A$AP Rocky was just.
He wasn't New York.
Commercial success.
And he wasn't just New York. He didn't have a whole New York sound.
Yeah.
Like he flew a lot from the South.
That's what I'm saying. They both brought an older sound. Yeah. It was just that A$AP Rocky was just way more like commercially successful and appealing with that. Yeah. He had the Drake feature. He had the Kendrick feature. He had the 2 Chainz feature. He had a really good debut album. Yeah. While Joey's debut album was good, it didn't hit any of the successes or mainstream appeal that Long Live
A$AP. And then at long last, A$AP was a better album, probably not more successful as the first one with singles, but it was a better. And then Testing came out, was the one that was like, people don't like us. It's the one in the middle, but it still pushed some type of boundaries.
Yeah, especially for him.
And like with Rocky, like he stayed, he haven't put out an album in a while.
But he was doing a lot of stuff with A$AP Mob though too.
He haven't put out.
It was in our face kind of.
Yeah, and he's still he does his
Playboy Cardi also.
Yeah. He was doing that, pushing like some people on his label, and it's like he was more in our face, kinda in a way. And right now, he supposed to be put out "Don't Be Done" last year, but he didn't. But like, I just feel like A$AP Rocky have a better case as being like a king of New York before Joey Badass.
I know, that's what I've been doing. I've been naming people that have a better case. That's why I said Joey isn't even top 10 out of blog era.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like success, achievements, like who they are, status coming out of the blog era. It's Drake, Kendrick, Cole, I guess you could say in that order. Then you got Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean. Those are just the top 5 that's off the top of my head right now. You're not in that next 5. You're not in that next 5. Like, can I say you in that 20? The top 20? Yeah, but that's not really
maybe top 15.
Okay.
But
that's not really a good thing when I'm like, okay, top 5.
I'm just saying he's been out here. He's been around for 15 years, bro.
I hate to say it like this. And Up Next has an expiration date.
Yeah. He's been out for 15 years and we only got 3 albums from him. Oh, excuse me. You know,
Joey, no offense, get done. Get done in terms of like you could be the king of New York. No. Fabulous could come back and he'll be the king of New York before you can. I'm sorry, no offense, but it's like Joey. I respect you coming back and saying, yo, the ruler's back. The West Coast thing, I get it. You want to throw shots because everybody glazing the West Coast, even though everybody should really just be glazing Kendrick and Tyler, even though Tyler really don't claim the West Coast like that. But
it's not like he don't claim it. It's just he don't have that
he
traditional
don't claim the West Coast sound.
Yeah, he don't.
He doesn't claim.
He
it.
has his own sound, and he grabs from way other.
Yeah,
Pharrell.
he's way more varied.
Yeah, he's way more. That's
Sound
what I'm saying. He's not regional.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Joey, no, you're Up Next expiration. It's done. You're like a loaf of bread now. That's past expiration date.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you could be good, depending on how you reuse that. But yeah, no. Your Up Next is gone. Sorry. But you do have a good discography, though. But let's go ahead and get on to the next piece of music, B. Drake's Irish Fighting Freestyle, or Fighting Irish Freestyle, whatever it's called. This dropped on Twitter or YouTube. It had people ablaze, B. It had people.
That's what Drake does
down
to people,
in the middle.
bro. He gets on them, man.
But B, I thought no one was checking for Drake no more. I thought he was jaw ruled, even though he sold the most units of an album last year. I hate that narrative.
Everybody's checking for Drake. They checking for him to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they got a magnifying glass on them. They're like, oh, did Drake drop today? Okay, I'm going to go back to my Twitter.
They're going to hyper-analyze everything.
Yeah. Which my thing is this. Y'all wasn't hyper-analyzing Drake before, and Drake is still doing the same things as he was before. It's just that now y'all are actually paying attention fully to it.
Magnifying glass on him. Like
So yeah, Drake dropped a freestyle. He's doing his usual timestamp type of rapping on a conductor beat, which...
Same scheme.
Yeah, same flow throughout the whole thing. Me as a Drake fan, B, Nation of Jerusalem as usual, checking in. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not going to say that. If you like Drake when he's on his timestamp flows, when he's on his rapidy rap, the stuff that he was doing on Scary Hours 3, if you like that, you should generally like this unless you're fatigued on it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give us a lot of this to where it's like, oh, I'm too fatigued on this.
Yeah.
He gives us this every few years. And yes, I get it. It can be samey to a degree. But you guys
It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes this can work and sometimes it can't.
This is my thing, B. We need Drake to rap more. We need raps more. Oh, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want? Like, I'm sorry, but it's like, what do you want? It's like you guys are asking for something that you don't even know that you want. Yeah. And my thing is this. I can understand Drake haters not liking this already. Understandable. Mm-hmm. I saw my boy Top 5 Troy make a video on this, and I completely agreed on him. It's people that liked Drake before because of the beef, now switched up sides. They're like, oh, I can't listen to Drake the same anymore. Why?
Yeah.
Stop being a sheep. Do you like the music or not? I never had a beef like, ooh, I can't listen. Like, when the whole story of D.N.A came out, I didn't listen to Scorpion like, ooh, but Drake isn't really, like, he had a kid, though.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't doing that. I'm sorry. Like, no beef. Like, Meek Mill, that's different. He actually had a decline.
Well, even though he put out an album that was all right after that. Remember
album,
when him and Drake got back cool and everything?
That. Yeah. Championships was
and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
It was cool. But after that,
I think it was, I forgot what happened with Meek that made him go super down.
That he waited a long time to put out.
No. I'm talking about after
he went to jail.
All that. That he went up then. People was rapping for him.
After that.
But after it was something else. It was after he got out, he was getting mad love, and then he did something else.
Was it the bunny hopping thing?
It was all that. I think it was all that stuff. Him hanging around with those people,
Robert Kraft and
all that stuff.
But for me, like the beef never changed my view on Drake.
Same.
It never changed my view on Kendrick. Besides how the fandoms see each other, it really brought that out to me. To was like, oh, you guys are really galvanized by these people.
Yeah.
But besides that, me overall in the song, I like it. I enjoy it. Drake is giving me what he usually gives on these type of timestamp like joints. We don't have a name for it yet. Conductor produced it. I really wish there was a mixed version that was on streaming.
Yeah, I want the CDQ, whatever it is. Yeah.
But instead, it sounds like, it's an over the phone type listen to it. And I'm just like, get that effect out of here.
They said that Conductor got beef with Kendrick too.
Hey, Conductor's like, I'm just trying to get a bag. Hey. Which, I mean, hey, congrats to Conductor, I guess. Yeah. I mean, overall, I do need Drake over some drums, though. Yeah. I didn't hear a single type of bass or drum drop in that song. So I'm like, I need some drums. But Drake is on here, talking spicy, talking greasy. People are saying that he's playing the victim, B. I'm sorry, but this is usual Drake. He's always the victim in his music.
I'm like, this is Drake stuff. Like, I was just talking about it earlier. Like, now he's a victim, but he'll do something to you. At first, he was just a victim. and like, yo, I'm gonna take the high road. But now he a victim that's like, hey, I got something for you now. I got the pipe in your trunk.
But
I might blow your trunk.
it's a
It's the
metaphor, B.
mafioso.
It's a metaphor.
But I'm just saying now with his rhymes, he, like I said, he more of a like, I don't know if it's a tough guy.
Like, it's one of those, like, I don't want to compare him to Tupac, because I know people hate that. It's like, I ain't no killer, but no push me.
Yeah, it's like
he's gotten that bravado now about him.
It's just so weird. But overall, I thought it was cool. You know, I like the scheme. I just know when you do that scheme, like you're gonna be rhyming certain things. It's like, all right, now you're reaching for the stars. But it was okay. You know what I mean? I like time stamp Drake, so this is not something that I'm like, oh man, I hate this. No, I just wish I wish it was like a better version of it.
A better mixed version.
Yeah.
Like a fully mixed, fully put out version.
Yeah. But
how did this actually come out and debut? Because
I think Conductor put it like on his YouTube channel or something like that.
Well, Conductor put the actual song out.
Yeah.
Unless this is part of that.
That has something to do with like MMG and stuff. Yeah. So I don't think he was like in his like super rapid bag. Like, oh my god, like these lyrics is crazy. But no, cool. Like I wish I had a better quality version. You know, the rapping's the same scheme's cool. Some of the stuff he's saying, little slick stuff, and like you said, him saying like the whole, oh, when I was breaking world records still as I guzzle again, it's like you guys wasn't caring when I was pushing up the numbers and stuff like that. Like, but what Kendrick doing, you know what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean? And then him saying like, the world fell in love with his gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Like, you know, it's
talking about LeBron B. Say F LeBron B.
DeMar DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? So people calling this a LeBron James diss. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, what was the one? Used to, yeah, because he was played for the Irish.
Yeah, that tattoo, B.
Back when he was in high school.
That's nasty. I can never defend.
No,
that.
Drake is disgusting. That's Drake. He's
Drake.
disgusting.
Did he have Odell?
Yeah, he got
Wayne,
a
just nastiness.
What's that one line he said? I was like, yo, that was bad. I thought we'd be closer like ovens and kitchens.
Oh, yeah, I'm just like
he just saying stuff, bro. Like I'm like, all right, Drake. But I thought it was cool, man. I know people gonna dislike, people gonna hate on it, whatever. But Drake's gonna be Drake. It is what it is. But I feel like this was something he probably was gonna put out because he had braids in the video. Like probably something that would have came out.
This sounds like something that would come out with Scary Hours 3.
No, I'm saying around the time of I'm talking about like he made this around the time of like the beef. Like the after, you know. But you know,
I just want to know whose choice is it not to put it out? Is it UMG's? Is it Drake's? Or is it Conductor's?
It'll be up on Drake. He maybe don't want to release music because of the stuff with the label, but also put stuff out like this just to F with the label. Like it's not a full song. Well, like not a full song. It's not like the actual like, you know, fully mixed and this is like a recording of the song. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake is a dick. You know what I mean? That's pretty much, he's playing his little games. But overall, the track is cool. Like I said, I wish I had a better quality version. I think I enjoyed this much more. But one thing that was killing me in this, when he'll be like, after he finished a verse and he'd be like, when he was like, I gotta remember who made this shit come to fruition. Then he's like, it's me. And then like my favorite one was like, I'm staring at my dad while y'all telling me I wasn't that nigga. That's crazy.
No, I like
so funny, bro.
I like when Drake kind of responds to something. The audacity.
Yeah, he was like, yo, W Freestyle is insane. I don't know. And I think he gets enough love. But like, bro, Drake has his little witty bars. Like he just be saying some wild stuff. Like, I don't know. It was one bar.
I just wonder if he sounds like Fonte on Glory Glory. Oh. I just wonder. I just wonder. You get what I'm saying? I just wonder.
You're wild, bro.
I wonder if he sounds like Fonte or Joe Budden. Whose flow does he sound like?
I don't know. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't think he's getting no more with that. Like, I'm a Joe Budden fan, but his rapping, his voice, his delivery is just not. It's not what's gonna get you there. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyways,
he's a Slaughterhouse fan too, B?
A little bit, but I like it a little bit. But overall, I think this track is okay. I know the Drake people not gonna like it. I know the Drake haters not gonna like it. The Drake people gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Some probably won't. Like me, I'm in the middle. I'm honest when I don't like a Drake track, and you know if I like it, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Drake gotta put some out. Some gotta go out. You know what I mean? Like he gotta like understand like he's doing these streams, even though I know those sponsored by Steak and he has to deal with them.
He was on 80 roster stream.
He has to stay kind of present. He has
Keep
to
his
do
relevancy.
something. Like, I'm pretty sure Conductor hit him up like, yo, could I, you know what I mean? He like, or maybe he was like, yo, put that out. You know what I'm saying? Put that on there, make some traction.
He called him, yo, what the F? Why you UNG strike me?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
Because it's everywhere now. So, but overall, man, I thought the track was okay. Sometimes I'm a fan of like the same scheme because sometimes it's kind of hard to do because you're trying to, you know, all these what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think.
Similes, metaphors.
Similes, not even
References.
that. It was a
Double entendres.
No.
Rhyme scheme.
It's something to do with words. I had
Wordplay.
not even wordplay.
Synonyms.
Synonym. It was something.
Homonyms.
I don't remember. It was a thought I had in my head and it's gone. But it could be difficult. But also you can run out of things to rhyme and then you're just like, dang. Now
He went on rhyme say or whatever to get his right.
These summer traditions, cold shoulders gave in the Hamptons. It comes with the distance.
I mean, that's the thing. People want to complain about people mumble rapping, but then you want to complain about someone using words. Y'all say that rappers don't sound like they read nowadays and use enough words.
Now another favorite one was this. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
What's the dirt?
That was a body double and we done dozens of switches.
Oh,
Niggas
yeah.
tried to light the front of the gate up, but it wasn't for Christmas.
See, I wanted to say something, but then I
said
knew
a
that
prayer
if
for
the
that.
right person would have found the tweet that I would have made, they would have killed it. So I wanted to say, oh, so he's like Valentine, Funny Valentine, which is a manga character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure who literally, if you put him between two things, he'll go into a different universe and he'll switch out with another version of himself. So he was like, oh, I switch out with the body double.
Yeah.
Worst part is Valentine's. He's
Yeah,
BFI.
no, yeah,
so I'm just like, that
You
would have
can't use
backfired if I
it.
said
You
that.
can't
So I was
use
like,
it.
yeah,
You
let me
can't
go ahead and keep that off. But yeah. Overall,
But Drake's hilarious, man.
I enjoyed the track. Yeah. Like it wasn't bad. I just need a CD. Like I need a mastered sounding version of, please, so I could jam this in the car. I'm missing so many tracks from the beef that's not on streaming. Taylor Made Freestyle, the Hard Part 616 in LA. I'm missing all these songs on the streaming.
And the people saying, I've been hearing people, where is your accountability, Drake? What is Drake? It's his look.
Drake never took accountability.
He's not taking accountability. Like, why y'all want this from this man? We know who he is. This is his point of view.
But there were certain things that people were saying that was like, oh, you don't listen to Drake's music. You're just criticizing him because you just got into analyzing, putting him under a microscope. He said something. Drake said something on here, and I forgot what it is. I think it was a reference to his father. Someone says, so everything in Meet the Grams is right because look at what he's saying about his father. I'm like, he's been saying stuff about his father. He's been saying stuff about his relationship with his dad. I'm like, this is not new. I'm like, if you listen to Drake, he's been rapping about
this bar
stuff.
made him pissed. This nigga pulled a rabbit out of his hat, and y'all love a magician. Oh, and they was like, who was the magician? Drake? I'm like, bro, like, come on. Now y'all super analyzing everything this man says. Like,
I thought it wasn't worth analyzing, B.
I don't know, bro.
That's what I was told. That's what Twitter told me, B. That Drake's music is not worth analyzing, and he's Ja ruled, and no one's checking for him. Yet everybody on Twitter wants to talk about the song.
They want to know what he's saying,
and they want to overanalyze it. But they never want to give him like, even though I know he's not as lyrical as Kendrick, they never want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, that just means that one thing.
Yeah,
that just means that one thing. That's it. I don't know. I'm just tired of this.
But they also boost Kendrick lyricism. But okay.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll give Kendrick the benefit of the doubt.
They'll
go
above and beyond for his lyrics.
Above and beyond the dirt, B?
Right, you wildin' with this right here, bro.
But yeah, overall, I like Drake's Fighting Irish freestyle. Everybody saying it's LeBron. It's a LeBron diss. I don't care.
This is the brothers, man. He used to check up on my child like he was a pediatrician.
Oh, yeah.
He said,
does a watch check up on my child or something like that? I don't know. He said something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Drake, bro. Drake is whatever. Bro.
I'm like, all right, Drake is tripping. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about Fighting Irish in the comment section.
Oh, no,
down
another
below.
one.
Oh.
I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad had another child. I told him that wasn't my sister.
And then everybody's like, did you see what they put on Twitter? Dennis Graham, I saw that woman, that your granddaughter you put up. Keep the picture up. I'm like, Drake literally just said that he potentially has a sister. I'm like, that could literally be her daughter.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you guys are not doing the math right now. You guys are idiots. Like, just bona fide.
Oh my God.
Oh, but that's about it for Fighting Irish. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Time to go on the discussions, B. And I thought to name this episode O-Region-Ality because we're having a lot of region talk happening right now.
Yes, sir.
And so we have about 4 topics. Let's actually get Elliott's topic out the way.
Okay.
Now, Elliott Wilson, you guys already know who he is. If you guys are younger, He was a journalist back then on the Source.
He was on the Source. I think he started on the Source, but he became like an editor, like a
chief editor.
chief editor of
XL. Yeah, almost put on Rob Markman, or I think he did put on Rob Markman on Double XL.
Elliott, man, he like kind of forefronted the whole Double XL freshman list, pretty much. Like starting off with the leader of the new or whatever thing he did with like I think it was like Papoose and all them on there, front cover. And like Boosie and them. I think he did that editorial on that. So
I just want to say this right now. Elliott, in terms of journalism and hip hop, goated,
bro. He's a legend.
But he's been whacked out this past year. This man went on Rory and Maul's podcast. He was talking about Cam and Mace. What do they know about journalism? Yeah. What do they know about getting the scoop? It's like, Elliott, I hate to say it like this, and we've said it all the time. We're not journalists. Journalism isn't the same as it used to be, or if it is, it's dead. It's gone. B, who was reading articles? What was the last time you went to? I promise you, I'm pretty sure my brother has never read an article on hip hop before. He probably watched a video on YouTube. Right. He probably heard it from his friends. Don't nobody read articles no more. Don't nobody care about articles. Content is king. Video content, bro. Shorts, YouTube videos, essays, even. That's content. I'm like, that's king. And we don't care about, oh yeah, can you ask him about the triple-double all the time? And no, it's Cameron and Mace. I know what I'm going to get from Cameron.
And they talking sports. That's why he said Cameron, he was hating. Cameron walking around like he's Stephen A. Smith. It was like, and I love that everybody on there was calling him out on his BS. I love that on Rory and Maul. And what's the girl name? Damaris. She was saying her thing. She's like, yeah, that's hate. Why you got it? Like she was coming with it. One thing about like Elliott, he wants to be, you know, the guy that you go to me. Because he's used to that back in that time, but the times has changed. One thing I find so weird is because I think we talked about it before, like, Elliott been progressing with the times, but why he still have a problem with it? He had a podcast. He does a show now.
See, the problem is this. He progressed with the times, but not with his own thing.
So he think that he should be him in the time, like he should have the same look, like he should be the guy that you go to. Like he don't want like a SZA to go to, like a Kai Cenat. He want them to go through him first. That's what he was saying. Like he just hates that he ain't the one they have to go to first or something like that.
Yeah, because the thing is with journalism, especially for what journalism was for them back then, remember they used to get the album before everybody.
Yeah.
This was before streaming. Like people gotta remember that. They used to get the album like a week or two early or months in advance early so they could review it and give you guys like a synopsis like what the album might be like
came out,
or what their thoughts is. Their opinions were the go-to. They're not the go-to no more. The thing is with journalism, it was harder to get a magazine back then. Now anyone can pick up a camera and do content. The problem is that some people are just more entertaining on camera. Yeah. Elliott, all you had was the rap radar. That's not your thing. Like that's up under title. That's all. My thing is this: when Elliott, he doesn't have his own platform that he's built himself without someone else. Academics, yeah, he does Twitch and YouTube, but those are his channels, his profiles.
Elliott don't have his own Elliott Wilson channel.
Just no, Elliott Wilson? The Elliott Wilson Experience and the Bigger Picture are both under Hip Hop DX.
Yeah, he's used to being under
and Rap Radar. That podcast was under title, but then the Drake episode was under Drake's YouTube. He don't have his own thing. That's why I get Charlemagne when he was making that point because it's just like. At least Charlemagne, he has his own YouTube channel. He has Brilliant Idiots. He has Black Effect Podcast. He helped try to sign you or whatever. You don't have anything to stand on.
You got to figure out what happened to that lost little baby and Charlemagne. So it kind of disappeared.
Hey, it's on that hard drive still, at least. But he owns that, though.
Yeah. It's like with Elliott, like, I guess he just used to being up under someone. You know what I mean?
Nope.
He used to being like, not saying like, oh, he's not his own boss, but he used to be an employee. Even though there's nothing wrong with that.
Outside of Rap Radar and the whole beef stuff, no one is checking for Elliott Wilson stuff. Nah. And then he always tries to claim, oh, well, Twitter is my platform. Elliott, when it comes to actually documenting stuff and like detailing stuff for people to go back on, no one's saying, let me go to the Elliott Wilson page for the authentic hip hop experience.
Yeah. And
it's Twitter.
The only thing Elliott has for himself right now is the hate. The hate is what keeps him in. We only talk about him when he hates. And
the drama.
That's it. And one thing about it is that I don't like about Elliott is that he hates, but he don't stand on it. He can hate and then apologize, and then go on another platform probably 5 months from now and hate again, and then apologize
for the same thing.
And then he go again and do the same thing. He hate on somebody else for the same thing, and then apologize for it. I'm like, are you gonna like
take accountability?
You're not genuine in your apology because you still feel the same way. You did this with Kai. You did this with Charlemagne. You did now with Cam and Mace. Like I'm pretty sure it's more. Like you keep doing the same thing to get people to talk about you, but you're not standing on it.
And my thing is this:
Like stay, you're gonna hate, just stay the hater.
be the old man.
Yeah.
Because guess what? In hip hop, especially when it comes to content, if you're coming out with the good content, we're gonna rock with you either way. If you're gonna be a hater, stand on it.
But like we watch the bigger picture sometimes. I'm not an avid watcher. I know right now y'all break, but I watch every other Saturday. You know what I'm saying, like that. But like you are moving on with the times, but you gotta understand when you just when you get older, bro. Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, I'm just not that guy.
He's progressing with the times. He's not keeping up with it though. He's not keeping up with the competition.
And what he's trying to do is, so he has this whole thing where he follows a lot of people on Twitter, which I don't know if he thinks that he'll just keep up with people just because, I follow all these people. My algorithm will stay up to date with like what's going on, what's the new sounds. But no, you have too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get lost in all that stuff that you don't even know what paths. You're not connected. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get those right sources. And like with Elliott, bro, it's something about that he just don't understand. Yes, you are better in telling the story than us. You have this background of being a journalist. Use that and your expertise here, and you grab your audience. The audience that love Elliott for what they love Elliott for, they will find him. I just don't understand why he just won't do that. Go do that on the Elliott Wilson YouTube page, and you do your deep dives. You do that, because look, bro, we have video essay content out here that is like thought-provoking, a lot of like technically journalist stuff. When people watch hour-long videos about one subject, if you want to do stuff like that, take that approach. It's out there. You have even younger people that like stuff like that. And with his experience, he can probably document things what we didn't even see. Picture him doing a breakdown, his journalistic master class of like him talking about the Nas and Jay-Z beef and him having a relationship with Jay-Z. And picture him doing something like that on YouTube. People will watch that, a certain group of people, and you could build an audience around that. He can be him in this era. He just don't know how. I think I don't know.
I think the thing is he's lost his essence of journalism. He's lost that because when you go in the bigger picture, he's not being a journalist.
Yeah.
He's just giving his opinions on whatever the topics is that they give them. And when he does go viral from the bigger picture,
from hate.
It's either from hate or it's from some BS that made up. Like, oh yeah, I heard that Future and Drake made up on the phone. Where did that ever go?
But he said he had his source. Ak had his source. You know, when it comes to journalists, they're not gonna reveal their source. That's the thing.
Which is understandable.
But
after that, besides that story, what else broke from that show?
Nothing else. Bro.
My thing is this: he's not even being a journalist on that show. It's really Jeremy that's being the journalist. And Head and Elliott, they're both more so reactionary commentators.
And Head is more, he's a DJ. He's also works at a radio station, so he has that input. And he also is connected to one of the biggest rappers in the game right now.
Yeah.
And what Elliott, the one he's super connected with, he was cool with Drake. He don't have that relationship anymore, which is what hurts him, because the next person that he's really close with is Jay-Z, which not in the game hip hop is moving anything right now. He's a businessman. He's handling his business, man. You know what I'm saying? But with Elliott, he don't have that connection with that guy. Like if he still had that connection with Drake, and and Head has that Kendrick connection, picture the dynamics on that show would have been. But now it's more of like, Drake, a little Drake hate on Elliott, a little spiciness he has.
It's like he always says each week, oh, this is the Drake cast. We can't go without bringing up Drake. I'm like, well, yeah. And my thing is this, right? That Elliott Wilson experience, I get it. No.
Yeah.
I tried it, B.
I never tried it.
It's like basically them. Imagine D.N.A. Hip Hop interviewing someone like back then when they was just standing around in the room, but people are able to walk around, talk, things like that. It doesn't come off, especially with content. Yeah, I get you want that genuine experience. It don't feel well produced enough for me to want to watch it. I know he did one with Mac Homie.
So,
it wasn't to me. It wasn't as good as Rap Radar.
It's a one-on-one, or are they moving around?
They're moving around.
So it's like what they used to do at Rap.
Office.
So it's kind of like what they used to do at Rap Radar. Like they used to get in the car with people too, right? And like drive.
Was that Rap Radar or was that Title? Oh, that was Rap Radar because he did with Nipsey Hussle. But he moving around like they're walking around. Like the last one I watched was like Common and Pete Rock. Like Pete Rock came late, and they was all like walking around, like sitting around talking and stuff like that. Okay. But like I like his Rap Radar presence as an interviewer a lot more. Like, I don't know if I really enjoy Elliott as a commentator, like on a show.
You think he needs a counterpart? Like he needs someone?
I think he needs a counterpart, but I think he needs someone that's younger. Bada was a good example of that, where it's like, okay, you need someone that's opposite of you, also younger, kind of in tune with what's happening for the current climate. Because while Elliott does what he does, I don't think he's fully in tune. And with someone like who does what they do, like with hip hop, it's kind of harder for you to be fully in tune with all of hip hop. That's why you need that other host, like a Jeremy Heck, basically. You need someone that's fully in tune with like the newer up and coming people and all that type of stuff. But you also need to know how the climate is right now and what's the interesting scoops and stuff to talk about. But I think Elliott, because of his experiences, he could really use that to like really tell some stories from the game though. I think he should do something like that, but I just think that he needs his own thing. Elliott, make your own channel. Yeah. Like you being up under Hip Hop DX, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to move with Hip Hop DX. Yeah. Like, yeah, that might be your show, but it's not all the way your show. You can't do whatever you want.
Just move that over there. You move the Elliott experience to Elliott Wilson.
Yeah, but now it's under Hip Hop DX, so
hopefully he probably has some.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like he works for them obviously, so he's able to do that, but you should be stemming to do your own thing. Because even with Academics, when he was on Everyday Struggle, he was still streaming.
Yeah. Doing his thing.
Joe Budden was on Everyday Struggle, still doing his podcast.
Look what Wayno's doing now. I love what Wayno's doing.
Yeah, I'll Do It Myself.
Yeah, I love
He just uploads a daily clip of him talking about something in hip hop. To me, perfect. That's how you Rob Markman.
Yeah.
Building a platform, perfect. Even though I don't always agree with her. The Samaya chick. What you're doing, building the platform. Perfect. Elliott, you need to do that. You can't just rely on the company to build all that and you just be the person to come in and you just phone it in and then you just leave.
He's used to being an employee, man. Like, he's not saying that negative way because I'm an
But you are an employee to someone. I mean, technically if you work for YouTube, you're an employee.
Because you gotta understand, being like the guy that having your own platform, you got to get these cameras, you got to do this. Maybe he don't want all that because some people don't want that. That's why some people don't want to take the independent route. They rather just, be under a label for they can worry about all the nicks and crannies and the budget and stuff like that. Maybe he don't want to deal with all that stuff.
I think, but that's the thing though. You can literally just get a room in your apartment, get an office space in your apartment, get a camera. You literally probably have access to get someone else to edit it for you. Yeah. Put it out the same day.
Hire us.
Dude,
we'll put you on.
Hey, we working. We right now. I'll get you. I'll get it to working.
Hey, and I keep you up on all the new stuff that's coming out.
Exactly. Come on, man. Come up over here. Come up with the young kids, man. Yeah. Even though we're not that young.
Even though you still, you want to be competitive, but you block people. Yeah. You want to be competitive, but you hate.
He blocked me specifically. Yeah. Because I told him that, he got the second best hip hop show because, y'all currently watching the best one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boy blocked me after that. That's crazy.
It's like he want to be competitive, but he want to hate.
And he want to be a crybaby. He's entitled. That's the problem.
He's so entitled. It's just that gatekeeping, bro. It's just like it's the same thing when like you want to do what I was doing and now you want to do it. It's not, I'm
it's not fair because I don't have the access you have.
Yeah,
you have the access that we don't have.
Like facts. Like everybody, like bro, if a freaking guy that played in the NFL becomes a sports commentator, that's an easy move over. Like it's easy transition. And Same with hip hop. How you gonna get upset with Cam and Maze for doing that, for commentating with sports, which they played sports as well, not professionally, but college and high school, whatever. But they still love sports. Let them talk about it. We all sit around and talk to our friends about stuff. That's what most of us are doing on YouTube. We just have a camera in front of our face. Some of it don't work. Some people will grab an audience, and some won't. And some won't continue to do it and stay around for like the down times and wait till you go up. But Elliott, I think he has to do that for himself.
Yeah, I do too. I think he should do it for himself. But also there's this degree of like, we don't want professionalism no more. Yeah. We don't want anything that's overproduced. We want something that's authentic.
And then one thing you gotta understand, Elliott, a lot of people don't give a F about the facts. They don't care about the facts sometimes.
You put out that
you give us an entertaining story, you have a good talking head, you bring them in. Sometimes your little cat. Nah, let me stop. I don't want to be.
Don't cut him like that. Stall him out. Come on, stall him out.
So like Elliott, like bro, I just feel like, bro, you move over, do your own thing. If you be you in this climate, I think you can get audience. I promise you, you'll have me. I will subscribe to you. I will check you out if you're doing you and not trying to like hate. Just be you, bro. Like, come on. You can do it. You can be you in this climate. It's just he got to find a way to like, find it. But he can. I just
think he needs to go talk to Rob Markman. Sometimes the master has to become the student.
Yeah.
Talk to Rob Markman. He is to me, he's the exceptional way of like how you was with one brand, now you building your own thing.
Yeah. And Rob Markman was like for me, like how you is to the 90 kids, Rob Markman for me from the blog era. Like he was everywhere. I was reading I was doing the whole Gene stuff. Yeah, it's like talking on there, interviewing Wiz. Like he's our Elliott to me because he's the one I used to read his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he was the one where on Genius when they had an interview, go to him.
yeah, so like I watch him like every other day. If I don't catch this video today, I'll watch it in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
he uploads daily. He's very consistent.
yeah, they inspiring me, B. Maybe I'll start a little something one day. You know what I mean? But I ain't got the nuts yet. I'm like Elliott, B.
Hey, you got 2 T's in that?
Yeah, but no hate here. But I don't know, Elliott. I believe that you can do you in this climate.
You could survive in this climate, and you have the experience and the access.
Yeah.
Have a guest on every other week or something. Have a little show.
Or just talk. Just focus on you, and you talk about what's going on.
And the worst part is he doesn't hold spaces. He doesn't do live streams. He doesn't do none of that.
And Elliott never hates on his own platform. He always goes with other places to hate.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Of course. Smart. Man.
Go hate on your platform.
He was doing that on the 2 guys. I forgot their names.
Bag Fuel.
Yeah, Bag Fuel.
Do he know he can do that? If he Bag Fuel. Rory and Maul. He was on. Rory and Maul. He was
Joe
just
Budden.
on. Joe Budden. He was just on what's kind of like apologizing, pretty much backtracking on the other joint. Save on them podcasts, the Need to Know podcast.
Oh, see, I didn't know he
So
was
what
on
I think that came out today.
Remember, he got me blocked, so I don't know nothing that he do.
So one thing picture if he was doing all this on his own YouTube channel, all the traction would have been coming to his YouTube channel.
He should have been
building
up his
all
own
those
platform.
subs. It'd have been him.
To me, I don't want to say it like this. His show was helping keep him relevant and putting his face out there for people so they could clip it up and do that.
Yeah.
But if he was building his own platform in that time, I think he'd be a lot more successful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Elliott, you can hate on other platforms, but if you had your own
To funnel them
also
back
and
to?
do it, and then you be like, okay, I know y'all.
Because where is he funneling them to now?
Because now,
to Hip Hop DX.
Right. No, not even that. He talked about his backlash first on somebody else's podcast and not his own. So how is that going to benefit? It benefits you because it's you, but it'll benefit you more if it was on your own. Excuse my French. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we wrong. We don't know. He's much older than us, been in the game longer. Maybe he has a different strategy, different marketing. Maybe we just don't know.
Well, I forgot that Elliott is a gatekeeper too, so
Most definitely.
he's the reason that we're down.
He gatekeeping journalism.
Yeah, we can't
We can't talk
get
about
that.
hip hop.
Yeah, I forgot.
Like he was the only one listening to hip hop. He's the only one that could talk about it. Like, come on.
He's the only one with the access, B.
Oh my god.
But all right, it's time for the region talk, B.
Yes, sir.
Where should we start off with this? We have a potty mouth response, a top five Troy response.
So the thing is like how I wanted to do it was like inspired by Potty Mouth, really. Like it's not really a response to them in a way. It was like to me it inspired a conversation that we need to have. Yes, some things they had said, I was like, okay,
Got some contention.
it got some, yeah. And I was like, okay, like we can merge all this together. That's how it's kind of a big topic. Like we can go into like why our regional sounds are so important, because I know that, our good friends at Potty Mouth was saying things of like, certain things about regional sounds could be, they don't like regional sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't want everybody to be making a certain song.
I don't want to say it like this. Does Philadelphia have a regional sound?
Philly had a regional.
It was Freeway and what's that boy's name? Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
Jay-Z. But like,
That's
does
East-
Philly itself have a? Because I think there's too few Philly artists to where there is no sound for Philly.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like the Midwest, kind of, but they had Jay Dilla to a degree. But with Philly, you have Uzi, you have Meek Mill, two completely different sounds. Freeway and Beanie Siegel, you could kind of put them two together because it was kind of heavily
You have
heavily
Black
affiliated
Thought,
with Jay-Z.
Roots. That's a band.
Completely different sound.
So I think Philly was in that space of like, actually they can grab from others. I think that's what Dom is, because him being in Philly, they have, I'm not from Philly, but I'm just saying I know they can get from Jersey.
Yeah.
Like the Jersey, the dance music.
They're
Then
all
they can
East
grab
Coast.
from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
Like,
are East Coast.
Yeah, I'm saying they East Coast. I'm saying like, when you go East Coast, you think of New York sound.
And
So
New
I'm saying,
Jersey to a degree, like with Redman.
yeah, so I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like this, because that's just an extension of New York sound.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like with Philly, them being, yes, they East Coast, but they their own state.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pennsylvania, Philly is own city. You got Baltimore was technically, all
The
that.
DMV though.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm saying it's East Coast.
I thought half of the DM, like portion of the DMV,
Because someone
was
could be the
South.
South as well. Yeah,
Which is why
Virginia,
Pusha T is
Virginia.
kind of weird to like put him with Southern hip hop because he's more so East Coast sounding.
Yeah, and
like
he
Pharrell.
was born in Queens too, so
Oh, yeah.
I think one up there. But my whole thing is, I know they were saying along the lines how like they don't like regional music,
especially
anymore.
when it becomes gimmicky.
Yeah,
I think the problem with this is like, I don't think it's become gimmicky.
Yeah,
because the only last time we had a gimmicky sound was Mustard, really.
Yeah, you think
besides
so?
Trap, if you want to count that.
I'm gonna say what gimmicky is like. Remember when the whole like, it's like this. You remember when the Uzi was doing the I Wanna Rock? Is that more Jersey?
That's Jersey.
But
Club Jersey.
It's like Club Jersey stuff, right? When that type of stuff comes out, and then like other people grab it, and it becomes like a little mainstream. I feel like it's things like that. It's like kind of new to the world, becomes a little gimmicky sometimes. But I feel like everybody have that. Like everybody region has a spotlight. You get what I mean?
I get it to a degree.
Like look. Look. So you got bass music, right? That was like in Miami, Atlanta. It's making a resurgence. Like Netspin's using it. Like those two other guys, I can't think of their name, Jay and Bert. It's a lot of kids like in underground. They kind of use that Atlanta, Miami bass sound, right? That's a regional sound that was back in the 90s, and they bringing it back, right? You have
Netspin?
like Netspin used it in that one song that
I got listen.
But yeah, he used it. Sometimes you can grab from stuff like that. That's why I think it's important. It could be a gimmick, but in the long run, it'll be forgotten. But not for that region. It still holds to that region. But here and now, it added more elements to hip hop and makes it grow. Which an artist like Netspin that's 17 that can use this bass sound. Like
or kind of like how JT kind of paid homage to Miami by using that sound.
Look, New Orleans bounce music. We from Texas. So Louisiana, like New Orleans bounce music was like in my childhood. I knew about this. But you have a regional sound that it probably became gimmicky at one point. You might have some art, it like became popular because you had the likes of like Cash Money blowing up and using like that bounce, Manny Fresh having that bounce in it. But then you have like, you fast forward 20 years later and you got Drake adding that, bringing that element from that regional New Orleans and putting it into certain songs. Like that part, yes, it could be gimmicky for a moment, but I feel like it adds more core into hip hop, which can add into more things.
I feel like
it's innovation.
Homage.
Yes, it's innovation. That's why I think we need regional sounds. Yes, with social media, we understand that, oh man, everything, you can get this sound, but like a drill music, right, in Chicago is technically different from drill music in Philly, right? Because you gotta understand, this is what I'm saying. It's things that's going on in Philly that's Philly. So regionally, you're gonna connect more because you not only know the streets, you know the hoods, you know this, but it's still one sound. But it inspired more people around the freaking country to make this type of music, but put their own spin on it. Their blocks, they had their own lingo to it. They not just.
I mean, without trap, you wouldn't have drill.
That's what I'm saying. It's regional sounds are very important because it progresses, innovates hip hop. That's all I'm trying to say.
And I want to say, like, for certain things, like, I do agree with you because there's certain instances where Dom was kind of, it was either Dom or Four, shout out to y'all, who was either using it saying like, oh, like Hash Cobain, like, you know, got this sound, mixed it with something, and it was something super beautiful, whatever. I think the one time, I don't think it's really gimmicky because I think the few times that people use it, it's more so to pay homage. You kind of have to, especially back then with hip hop, you had to like check in.
Yeah.
You had to actually pay respects to whoever. Because remember T.I. bring him out.
Yeah.
That was such a New York beat. Swizz Beatz tried to do that with Gucci Man, with Gucci Time. Tried to get him on an East Coast type sounding beat. Even Gucci was like, yo, that didn't work. Like, I ain't T.I. Like, I ain't going to bring him out. You know, there's certain things where it's like, I think because of regionality, it made us all unique and different. I think one of the problems that we have nowadays, two people that kind of lost their sounds or ways with it. New York and Houston, specifically. We can get into that deeper later on, but those are two regions that I feel like I got too modernized and too with the sound to where they lost their sound. They lost their grounding. Even though they had such a sound to where...
You think Houston lost their sound?
Houston lost their sound, not subject matter wise, but sound in terms of like, what was Houston back then? That's gone. Okay. Like not even the Houston artists of now are trying to like. No one's trying to bring that back in the forefront. Like,
but I'm saying it's still elements from it that's used. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
But I'm
so
saying
important.
something like a Joey, how he went back to the early '90s East Coast hip hop boom bap, brought that back. A$AP Rocky went to '90s, early 2000s Houston, brought that back. Like you get what I'm saying? The only gimmicky sound I can think of besides the club jersey, even though I never really heard that much, is like I said, the mustard sound, the trap sound. Michael made it a mustard. Those are the only two that really
and that's
made
like,
it
and that's like
gimmicky.
with mustard is like the G-Funk. It's because everybody was grabbing a mustard beat. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. I feel like certain regions have their moment when it's huge.
And mustard,
like,
he innovated on that sound.
Yeah, it's like
that.
you just so what Top 5 was saying was just how you feel that essence. You still feel that essence of the lineage of the music. Like New York, the essence is gone because you feel like each artist that was getting bigger, they was getting further away from, like, the bigger New York artist was getting further away from the sound
Because they moved way more with the times.
Yeah, they was moving further away
Uh-huh.
from the New York
And
sound
banding
and
it.
more bedded into like what's going on now all across the world.
Remember I said that about Joey. I said, oh, he abandoned that sound from before the Cash to All American Bada. I'm like, oh, he abandoned
Because he had
it.
like Static Selector production
Yeah.
on the first joint.
And Static Selector, like, I feel like it's weird because now Bun B's going to Static Selector, getting East Coast sounding songs and doing that. Really, the only people from the East Coast that's really making a movement, besides Uzi, is Griselda. But they're not in the forefront of hip hop though. Like
Yeah,
they and Rock Marciano.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like in that camp as well by association.
But with that being like the thing of like New York still holding that sound and what they like, those real hip hop heads in New York, they hold close to the 38 Specials,
To the
like
Ransoms.
the Ransoms, you know, Griselda,
Shoot, some of them was hyping up
Riggs,
Redman.
like Riggs, Mooch, and all these guys upstate New York because they bring back that what they love, you know what I'm saying? And like the newer guys are not doing that because like even like I agree with Don on this because they're not really listening to that. The younger kids not listening to that stuff. They listen to things that's why I don't feel regional to them
They said
because
if you want the company Reddit, everybody goes sound like 38
yeah, he did say that. Yeah, bro. It was.
Everybody will be over here, Lupe Fiasco with lyrical spiritual record. I don't want to hear that.
Because look, I like me, like we could go into the New York sound thing, but with me, I feel like we're in a part or we're in a good place in hip hop where like everything's acceptable. Cause you have times that you don't want to listen to that. Be honest. Sometimes you don't want to listen to somebody going off like crazy lyrical. Sometimes you want to hear somebody like make you feel happy. Sometimes make you want to feel sad. Like I can listen to a Navy Blue. I can listen to a Maxo, or like Maxo, not Maxo Cream, just a Maxo, Earl. If I want to feel some type of emotion, like sometimes it could be some depressing stuff, but it made me feel a way. It connected with me. Or I want to listen to Uzi, and like he made me feel a way. Like Love of Rage, like just jamming that stuff is feeling. It's a vibe. Music is a feeling. And sometimes you don't want to listen. How I'm gonna feel like, ooh, he's just going off, but it ain't really making me feel nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The New York rap, especially the Griselda sound, it's very stereotypical. Like it's very samey. Like they all rapping about the same thing,
So,
dang near.
like how drill can make you want to go kill. I can listen to Rock Marciano and it make me want to go
steal.
No.
Oh.
It makes you want to just, even though it's like he on some pimp stuff, it just make you want to just like, man, let me go check on my hoes real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what they doing on the blade. You know what I'm saying? Let me check on the blade. You know what I mean? So different artists, different regions, different sounds.
I think we need regional sounds
all that
back. I think we need them back more than ever. We still have them, but the South is reigning like prevalent and heavily like really
because it's still that traditional trap sound.
Heavy 808s. Yeah.
That's just been the thing because who can't rap on that? Who don't want to be on that?
And I wanted to make a point so I can remember, because remember I texted you last night. I said that I think regional sounds kind of left after the blog era. Because the blog era was the last era where everybody felt different. It felt like they was from that region. Big Chris sounded like he was from the South.
Yeah.
Don Kennedy, Nipsey Hussle, they sounded like they was from the West. I'm trying to think of some East Coast rappers right now, but it's really
Joey Badass.
Yeah, Joey and all them. Pro Era, Capital Steez, the Underachievers. All of them, they sounded like that.
Flatbush Zombies.
Goldlink,
DMV.
We had Rick Ross and all of them. Rick Ross, I'm trying to think of who else was from Florida.
You had Mac Miller and Wiz doing their thing in Pittsburgh.
You could tell that they was taking from different regions.
But they had the California slang.
Yeah,
but they made their own stuff to it. Yeah.
That was the last time that we really had regional sounds, and it was all prevailing, and it all sounded different, and it all sounded great. I loved when I had a Nipsey Hussle song, and he would bring like Drake on there. I'm like, Drake on the West Coast song? Oh, I love like, you know, back then, who was Kirko Bangs, and he like hook up with Paul Wall and them, pay homage to the older sound by getting an older artist on there, or Travis Scott getting Paul Wall on there, even though Travis Scott takes a lot from Atlanta.
And this also helped our hybrids too, because as you naming all these people with regional sounds, people from that era also came with different sounds as well in the blog era. Like you got A$AP Rocky, that's from New York, but also blended all these other different sounds with,
like with
the
Bone
Memphis
Thugs.
and
Bone
Bone
Thugs
Thugs, Houston stuff, and then you got Tyler Creator that draws a lot of inspiration from Pharrell, Eminem, and all these people. So we in an era now where it's like you said, it's like the after effect of the blog era pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And now like what Kendrick was trying to do is put on for his city, well, for his, you know, his region or whatever, and like, you know, he had some West Coast sounds on there. But I don't think that when he was going, it's like, I don't want every big artist to have a song like not like us. But
God,
but
no.
I was telling him that's not gonna happen. I'm telling him this, that won't happen because West Coast had their moment that was already big. They haven't had a moment no more. This was Kendrick moment.
Their
but I'm
last
saying,
moment
was in the
an
90s.
NWA
It was like the
movie.
90s. Yeah, but I'm talking about like like with the sound, the G funk, all that. That was in the 90s. Like it had that. It already had that. I don't think nobody.
They tried to bring it back with Game. It didn't work out well.
But no, but he was Game.
Well,
wasn't
no,
on,
I'm talking
yeah.
about West Coast in general.
Yeah.
West Coast music in general.
But nah, because you know YG and like the Mustard had them a little run. You know what I mean? Mustard was everywhere.
In the
you know what
blog
I'm saying?
era.
I'm talking about like Mustard was. You know he was.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
him?
hopping on
Yeah,
the Mustard
him,
beats. But that's all I'm saying. Like I just think that we still need regional sounds. Yes, it's not in this forefront anymore because everybody draws from.
And the internet makes us way too connected.
We
It
too
doesn't
connected.
let us settle
It's like
down
same thing
and
Tyler
draw from
Creator
here.
said, like we all using cap and that's like Atlanta slang. But you still have stuff that's in your region that you say. Like different accents, different things you people say still. Like, yeah, you could probably add a little element from like saying cap, but you still say stuff around different things that's, you know.
DMV got Kilmo.
Kilmo with baby.
Or Chilmo, whatever it's called.
Philly be saying John and all that stuff.
And we not saying
And they
that
all
here.
Muslims out there, like with beards and stuff. Talking about some Wahali. What they be saying?
Wallahi.
Wallahi and all that. Like,
uncut.
yeah, like, so it's like, it's different things. Like, people say, like, you grab stuff, like, you got people saying fine and that comes from Laser Dim or whatever. Where he's from. Like, Atlanta somewhere.
That's where that comes from?
Yeah, I
thought
think
it was
so.
just from the young kids.
Yeah, it's Laser Zim or whatever his name is. Dim.
Laser Dim 700.
He's like fine thing. But like, it's just, that's just a part of it now. But we still have regional sounds. It's just not at this forefront.
It needs to be.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about these 2005 albums from Houston,
Yeah.
regional sound at its peak.
But us, you know, speaking on this, do you want to go into like, is the West is up? No, New York struggling with their spot in hip hop?
Yeah, and so this was more so the response to Top 5 Troy, because he made a video saying how New York really isn't at the forefront of hip hop, nor do they have anything that's really at the forefront of hip hop. Now, we've talked about this previously, because we reacted to Tony the Dome's podcast clip, and you know we made it a conversation over here, and we basically said that New York is done. Yeah. Like I put it on Twitter today, just joking around. I said y'all had the last people y'all had was Cash Cobain, Ice Spice, 6ix9ine. I forgot who else. I said before that was A Boogie,
Pop Smoke.
Yeah, that's who I forgot in there. Pops. Well, that's who I forgot to tell you,
Yeah.
but it was in my tweet. I said before that y'all had A Boogie, even though he's with the 6ix9ine crowd, and before that French Montana. Who was in between that?
You talking about they had like a moment, like a big moment.
Because right now, Cash Cobain,
In
Ice
between,
Spice-
like A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky was around that time with French Montana.
yeah, I guess my thing is like bringing in like not their sound, but A$AP Rocky.
But having it, you saying like nobody was bringing in that essence.
that essence of New York, because at least with Cash
only
Cobain,
Joey, and that was 2011.
Cash Cobain, he's trying to iterate something from drill, but now he's trying to make it sexy, make it slower, make it smoother. But he's still having drill elements with the hi hats and stuff like that. Ice Spice, she only brings it with her voice. Her sound is very drill-esque still.
And then they're doing the drill, but their drill is like over UK drill production. But they haven't, you know, it's just hip hop. What I think with New York, bro, I don't think that they could strive with that traditional New York sound now because it'll sound dusty. You can't like
Gotta blow that dust off, B.
like you can't make a conductor track a #1 hit without like
Except for Drake.
without like a Drake or a Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole hopping on that.
Like you need a big name on that.
Yeah, you can't do that. So it's like all Tyler Creator. because I think he had Conductor on. Not was a hit, but he had Conductor on. Like he produced on
Call Me If You Get Lost.
I just feel that with New York, I think we should just dead the whole New York is like dead thing, because we already admitted that regional sounds are not at the forefront. Just let New York. Let them follow their trends. 'Cause that's pretty much what they do.
Follow everybody else's trends.
Yeah, let them follow. Let them follow the trends, and just do them on the trend. That's pretty much what they've been doing. They've just been going with the flow. Like the biggest artist they have now is Nicki Minaj still. You know what I'm saying? So
but even after that, who would you give? Ice Spice? I just named them.
Yeah,
Ice Spice, Pop Smoke,
Cardi
Cash
B,
Cobain,
Cardi B. But she's not giving you that.
sound.
She's not giving you that. Because
New York essence.
I don't think that's gonna be a thing. But you gotta understand that was a moment in the '90s, early.
So
80s.
you told me that they only bring that their
early
slang
2000s
and the way that they talk, their accent.
I don't. What production that you can't? How could you bring that unless we we remix it,
restructure it?
Like we do a tweaker, like freaking what's his name? One of the Ball brothers brought the tweaker. How much swerve hit the curve?
Yeah.
Like he bringing back the Louisiana type. You know what I'm saying?
Ball.
So it's like I don't know what they can do. How could you remix boom bap to sound more modern? Like what do you do with that? How could you have that New York feel?
Because Nas went to a California
with Hit Boy. So it's like, what could you do from New York and bringing it to the mainstream? But like production wise, that's just me. Because I feel like it's just gonna sound like dust. It ain't gonna be that boom bap. It's gonna be that boom bow thing. Like I don't know what could you do.
Dang, they took Diddy away and they just effed up all of it. It was like Django right there. They took Diddy out. They said, yeah, Bad Boy. Because the Fabulous, would you consider Fabulous's sound New York?
Well, like what Fabulous put out now? Like he's not.
I'm saying in general, because you said boom bap. How do you bring boom bap in? Like, what would you consider?
I'm saying we're gonna need. Like you can't do Fabulous.
I'm trying to think of.
He's rapping on like Clue beats and shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm
DJ
trying
Clue.
to think of
That's
some
New
modern
York.
like 2000s era-esque like hip hop artists. That's what I'm trying to think. Because what sound did they bring in?
They was still 2000s. New York had a sound with Clue, and stuff like that. So it was more that it was like Swiss beats. New York at that time, you had like Pharrell collaborating with like Jadakiss and them.
So basically,
like
outsiders all coming up.
Pretty much, except for like Clue and them. But
yeah, besides Clue.
Yeah, and Swiss beats.
Yeah, Swiss beats.
I don't know.
It's like my two-step.
I don't know. I wish I can give some type of like help. What could help New York, but I just think that like we're at this point where like you just do what you do. It's just if New York just haven't had an artist that became like the top of the top, they just get someone that ride a little wave, like a drill. They had the New York drill scene, and they had Ice Spice. They had Pop Smoke was like the leader. Like if he was there, the essence might have been a little different because he had a really good voice and everything. Kind of sounded like 50 a little bit on some New York drill beats. But I don't know. I don't know what else they can do. I thought I can give them something as a listener, but as I'm thinking about it, I think they just gotta continue to ride the trends.
Because the only people that's doing their own thing really is like the Rock Marcianos and
that's underground New York. Yes,
it's
a
niche sound. So it's never gonna be mainstream.
That will not be mainstream.
Like they will be mainstream going on other people's stuff as features. Like West Side Gun being on Travis Scott's
The BPM
album.
is too slow. Like it's just not the tempo. It's not it. It's just you can't do it. If we go back, if I do my history on New York sounds of like what was like the number one albums, blah blah blah. It was New York had a golden era, but like all those guys wasn't like the bigger artists. Think about all those classic New York albums besides, Nas, Illmatic.
I think the perfect example for this situation is like a Jay-Z.
That's what I'm saying. His first album wasn't a classic yet. Like it wasn't renowned yet. It had to once he got that commercial success.
Volume 2 and Volume 3, right?
So that's when who is that artist that can be commercially successful and also have like good rapping ability and also have that the charisma.
Last person they had. If that's the case, it's the last person they had. 50.
50 was that. 50 was the last besides Cardi B.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
But you said rapping good.
But like rapping, yeah. I did. Yeah, I did say rapping good. Yeah, 50. I could think
that's
of
the last person that they really had. I mean, they have Jay-Z, but he's never been the
50
biggest
run
artist.
was over after 03, like 04, 05.
It was over after the massacre. Because Massacre, he was still on top because he had hits off of the Massacre.
Yeah, 07, he was trying to do something with the Kanye graduation, but that was like a fail.
He got wiped out. That was y'all's last chance. People still saying, Curtis wasn't that bad of an album.
Because look what Ja Rule was doing then. You know, he was doing the whole rapping, singing thing.
He got that from Big Moby?
What?
The rapping singing.
Oh my God. But I don't know, man. I don't know what New York lost, like Top 5 said, New York lost that lineage, especially when it comes to the mainstream sound. Even the guys that are not even from New York are making, like, Conductor is from Kansas City, Missouri.
I did not know that.
Nicholas Craven is from, like, Montreal, Canada.
What about Derringer?
Derringer's from Buffalo, I believe.
Oh, so then it's really Buffalo and Rock Marciano.
Yeah, it's like the B Butcher. I wonder where he's from. But there's a lot of guys making this traditional New York sound that's not even from New York. Is Status Selector from New York? Even though I know he's been around for a while. I think he's from like Massachusetts or something.
God dang.
But
dang, B. You telling me that they needed a Houston producer to go up there to make things?
Oh, even DJ Premier. Even though
Houston,
he's from Prairview.
Goats.
Yeah, he's from freaking Massachusetts. He's from Lawrence, Massachusetts.
I did not get how important he was. My mom was like, "Hey, I know that guy. I went to school with me." Okay, he's a DJ on this cipher. I don't care. Look, me. He's one of the greatest producers ever. Why Joe bad to Houston?
Your mom went to school with him. Oh man, but yeah.
Dang, New York. This is the second time that we've told you you're kind of irrelevant. In mainstream hip hop.
I know what you're saying.
They have Cash Cobain, and some people are borrowing that slizzy sound. But after that, it's like, that's also a derivative version of something else. That's heavily inspired by something else.
I don't know, man. It's a very interesting topic. Like hip hop, you can just have conversations for days with certain things. And just New York being that pillar, the Mecca, is like, New York needs to thrive. It's like the same thing with New York Knicks being in the when they're good in the NBA. It's dope. The NBA is dope. Them being in the playoffs, the freaking the New York Knicks fans, Yankee fans, like anything with New York, like bro, they bring more to things when they're involved. It's just, you know, not too many people like New York, bro. There's some different people out there. So I don't know. We just, the game needs them to be part of it in a big way to us to like really feel that, oh man, they going off over here. Like, you know, like in the blog era, you had some New York artists making some noise, West Coast artists, Southern artists, Midwest artists, like, you know, yeah, Save Money, Chance the Rapper, and all them guys, Vic Mensa, you got all this movement, No Name, you know, like we not having that feel no more, because like when the new underground kids that's coming up, they all try to sound like Playboy Cardi, and like they from Buck knows these be people from Iowa, they be from like, you know, anywhere, like you wouldn't even guess, you wouldn't even know. You know, you would think they from this place, but they'll be totally from like Nebraska somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Which is, we don't know where to sound. He's from like Iowa, I believe, like Idaho or something. So,
hey, Lil Mozzie's from Seattle.
Yeah, and that's, you know, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's very weird.
East Coast is hurting right now, more specifically New York. But yeah, is the West really up? Do we talk about that?
Another thing. If you want, I just want to say this. We don't even have to make it a topic. I just want to say this. The West is not up. Kendrick is up.
Dang. So my tweet, CB, I thought when I tweeted that this weekend, I'm like, boy, I'm about to get killed for this. I'm like, because I was really thinking, because I was looking at that list. Remember you asked, he was like, you thought 2025 wasn't that good of a year?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just playing. But I'm looking at the list, I'm like, West Coast wise, I'm like, Kendrick and Tyler are the only ones really popping on this list.
Yeah.
Like,
Vince
no
Staples
offense.
put out an album, but it wasn't like,
But I'm saying,
West
like
Coast up.
popping though.
I know, but I'm just saying, he the only one that's in there when it comes to like, in people album of the year list.
Schoolboy Q too.
Oh, and Q, but Q, we got to be honest with Q. Q was like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Like, I love Q albums, like one of my albums.
Maybe it was too early of the year.
It maybe was too early, but it didn't get what it supposed to got.
Album of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think the West was up.
Me either.
The West was never up.
Because the West up is like, it's different. Like, I've been around when a region was up.
Same.
It didn't feel like that with West Coast. It felt like Kendrick was up.
And I think the thing is, and I hate to say it like this,
Because they wasn't saying that when
Kendrick duped us all. Mm-hmm. The way that he orchestrated the beef and the way that he moved after the beef, oh, you would think the West Coast is up. The pop out, West Coast unity, the way DJ had and everybody on social media, the West is coming to rise, y'all.
Yeah.
Kendrick dropped an album. Tyler dropped an album. That Ab Soul album came. It was getting killed.
He said, "Why y'all act like y'all don't see me?"
Poddy Mob brought up, he was like, hey, that's been sold more than you.
Yeah.
B, that hurt my soul when I heard that.
That's been for more than who?
Absol.
Yeah.
B, West ain't up.
I don't think the West up. I think Kendrick is
YG,
up.
he didn't sell well this year. Mustard didn't sell well this year.
It's
Good.
It's not even doing sales, B. They just wasn't up. Kendrick was up. And if you want to say, oh, Kendrick was up, so the West Coast was up. All right.
No.
You can't
It don't
say
work
that.
like that because that means the South is always up every year.
Oh, we know that. We know that, though. That's easy. Futures, yeah. Atlanta's always going to be up.
South, B. That's the South. Not the West Coast.
I'm from Texas.
What's the South? Hey, South for me, baby. Hey, don't say that because if so, we was up last year. Travis Scott. Well,
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Except for Killer Mike, he won that Grammy, so maybe Atlanta was up again.
It still was up, man. But I don't know.
Yeah, West Coast, it was never up. It was a facade. That pop out, it tricked us all.
Yeah, man. And nobody checking for them artists, only in the West Coast, really.
You checking for that new Rimble beat?
Even though I'm a West Coast guy. Rimble, I'm not really.
You just said new Dom Kennedy?
No.
Hey, he likes Dom Kennedy.
But not the new Dom Kennedy. I jam that old Dom.
Hey, the only album I was missing, I think, from last year, we listened to Blues album, but not the other 3 that he dropped.
He's dropping some. I think he dropped some recently.
He needs to stop. He needs to chill. I'm not saying you need to stop rapping. Just chill. Yeah. Let your food marinate a bit. You're not even seasoning it all the way. You just sprinkling, throw it in the oven. God dang. Can you let it cook a little bit? I'm just saying, B. But let's go ahead and get into our last topic. 2025 hip-hop predictions, B.
I was thinking about this, man. You made a list of things, or you just got stuff off the head? What you was thinking?
Just stuff off the head.
So, what was your first thing you think?
I want Freddie Gibbs and goddamn Madlib Montana.
You predicting it? You predicting it's coming out?
Yes, because it was teasing it all last year like it was supposed to come out. But then Freddie ended up dropping a solo album, which I'm not mad at. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, okay, don't tease the Madlib stuff, especially with it being each year between each album that Madlib and Freddie have. It's like 5-year gaps. So I'm like, so Montana was supposed to drop last year.
So speaking of like predictions of the space of hip hop, what do you think the direction's gonna? You think it's gonna be a turn this year, or you think we just haven't hit that turn yet? You think it's just you think we're gonna have a turn in like sound or anything this year? You think, or you think it's just gonna be an extension of 2024?
By extension of 2024, sound wise,
nothing really changed. We still feeling the aftermath of the beef, pretty much. Do you think that's gonna last? From the first quarter, second quarter, all year with the Drake and Kendrick fans.
Hold on, why are we making the beef sound like after Infinity War when Thanos?
That's how it's feeling, because like, bro, you can't escape this beef.
You can't. I think it's I don't want to say it like this. It's forever changed hip hop. It's gonna have to be a whole new generation of music for it to kind of knock this out.
That's why I'm thinking like, will 2025 just be an extension like musically from 2024, and we have a bigger change in like the next 2026, 2027, like a new movement, because at that point we'll be 3 to 2 years removed from the beef, and maybe a new sound will emerge, maybe a resurgence of sounds, because I'm thinking we're getting to the point of like we're gonna have a resurgence of different sounds coming back. It's like fashion. It's gonna be just a modernized version of it, or maybe sometimes just the same element. Like Ian did it last year with like some of the old trap, bringing the elements back. Like I said, we got tweakers this year with Leangelo Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of the guys been bringing up the Miami bass, Atlanta bass sound. I think we're gonna get a little more of that because, like we said before, being an artist, especially in this times, it's hard to do something that haven't been done because we're at 2 years now of hip hop.
52, 53.
It's so much that has already been touched. I think sometimes you just have to revisit. It's like baggy pants are back cool in fashion. Like, I just think we're gonna be reusing a lot of elements from hip hop from different eras, and it's coming back. But I still think from the beef wise and just like the extension in the space of hip hop, I think it's still gonna be around this Kendrick and Drake stuff. I think by 2026, 2027, like you said, I think that's when it's gonna kind of die out. But albums predictions, I think we're getting a Jay-Z album this year.
Because the whole lawsuit?
No, because it was teased last year, and I think in 2023, they were saying he was working on something. I think we're gonna get a Jay-Z album this year. I'm up for be wrong on that one. It's not like a hard prediction that like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is something I'm gonna die on. But it's one of the predictions. I'm thinking we're not gonna get many releases from major artists. Like, we got a Kendrick release last year. I don't know if we can. Are we for sure getting a J. Cole?
I hope so.
If we get a Drake and P&D, will that even count as being a major release? Because I think him not being, not being a collaborative, it being a collaborative project, do that like lightens. Okay, Drake still release, but do it like have any type of impact because it's not him solo. Because I feel like his solo albums before he made his first collaboration with Future, I think his solo collab albums have more of a discussion around them than his collaboration ones.
His solo collab?
His solo albums
Oh.
have more of a conversation around them than his collab.
I think it depends on how they attack this collab, because is it going to be that Afrobeat stuff on there?
I think it's gonna be a mixture of like the R&B style. Drake gonna have a solo track when he's probably rapping.
Party Next Door pulls in some numbers, B. Like on his own, having them two come together. I think
I'm not talking numbers wise. I'm talking about the conversation.
Well, I'm saying the numbers come with the conversation, because the bigger it's, the more it sells, the more people are going to be talking about it. Because I'm pretty
That's
sure.
not true. Raw wave. Like, you gotta understand. Nah, Drake is gonna.
Well, but we're talking about someone.
But Drake is gonna get the numbers, B.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that we actually talking about.
I'm talking about the conversation when Drake's on his own. Is more focused on, even though they're gonna hyper focus on Drake.
Oh, of course.
Even though I know he'd probably be more of his lovey-dovey bag, but I'm saying with him being by himself, it'll probably be more of a conversation.
Oh yeah,
because it's more Drake.
Yeah, but I think it's still going to be put under a microscope. Like, oh, he's afraid to rap.
Oh, I agree with that.
Oh, did he get writers for this song? Oh, he needs writers. Oh, he can't write a good R&B song.
Do you think he's gonna drop this year? You think it's gonna drop?
Please,
hope so.
Please. I wanted to see what this album sounds like. It's not more so, oh, I'm hyped for Drake and Party. Because I said this before the episode started. Every time they do a song together, especially when it's on Drake's projects, I'm iffy on them. Like, when it's on Party's projects, so I'm wondering how this actual album would be tackled.
What do you think we should leave in 2024 besides the beef?
What do I think we should leave in 2024?
Yeah.
Numbers.
Stop talking about the numbers, the chart talk.
I think I sometimes wish every day when I go on Twitter that numbers, it wasn't privy to the general public, because that, to me, that one, it skews people's view, but also I don't need to know how people are gauged. Take away the streaming number too, by the way. Just have it, top songs.
You think Spotify should remove the monthly listeners?
They're not, because it's a marketing tactic. Yeah. But also, I think they should take that away. I think we should take numbers out of the equation, because it just reinforces more hateful and negative rhetorics on the, and they're like, oh, Doechii just hit number 16. She just sold 14,000 this week. Like, oh.
I've never been a numbers person. I still don't care about it. The only time I ever was a discussion about numbers growing up, and this was happening like the Lil Wayne era, the million in a week. That was the only time that I thought numbers was like a talk of discussion for me and my generation. And because we was like, yo, we didn't care what their first week number was. But if you hit 1 million a week, we knew that was a big deal. So that was pretty cool. But
especially for an artist
now it's become a thing of like, we're making fun of the people that don't hit this. So whoever hit this, whoa, that's impressive. So I don't know. I just don't like it. So I agree with you. Let's leave that.
The only time I will use it to actually back something is when they're like, oh, women are selling more than the men. Then it's like, but y'all not really like Sweetie. Like, come on, she going double plastic, dog. Like, what we doing? Like, what do y'all, like, y'all keep saying, like,
but it'd be like, it's like a top, it's like a few that's selling more.
Yeah. Because it's like, dog, y'all keep saying women hip hop on top. Every single woman's doing better than all the men. But it's like, dog, like, Sweetie, look at Ice Spice's Deluxe. Like, it's like y'all aren't, like, that's why I hate the numbers thing, because it's showing.
And also, they're outnumbered, so there's no way they can outsell men rappers.
I know that, but they keep trying to, they keep trying to pose that on top of us. I'm like, dog, come on. Let me see. I want to leave numbers. I want to leave the Drake beef. I mean, we're not going to leave these things. We got to keep the hate. I want to keep the hate.
I told, on Twitter today, I told what's his name, Cash Cobain, to be less horny this year. He said this year is his year. I say, just come less horny. Come less horny this year. We don't need all the horniness.
Yeah. Yeah, less people on that problem.
I need less net spin. Nah. We need the young guys. We need the innovation.
Leave the echo chamber in 2024.
Yeah, we need. Yeah,
I want better conversation. I want real conversation.
We need to leave the delusional fans. Like, take the wool from your eyes, bro. Like, just don't try to cape for everyone just because like you're a fan of them. Like, I just don't like that. Like, just be
aware,
honest, and because it's times that people want to fight for their artists. Like, they like this dude pay their bills, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna see him for Thanksgiving. Like, you're not. Just be honest and upfront, bro. When your artists do some F stuff, just be real with it. But they just can't do it. These fans are ruining some of the music.
I also want to leave the friendliness in 2024 when it comes to hip hop conversation. Let's actually talk about some real stuff. Give some criticism.
Yeah.
Stop just glazing. Actually be like, you know what? This album wasn't perfect, but I like it, but it does have its problems. Don't just be like, oh, this is a good album because they tried. What is this, a participation award?
I had that problem like with certain people will think, oh, this is different, so it's better. what it even means? Like,
it's different, B, so it's better. It's not like the usual stuff.
Yeah, and like a lot of you guys, bro, that try to the whole like, oh, I'm better than you because I listen to this artist. Like, stop it. Like, we gotta leave that in 2024. Like, we supposed to been leaving that since the 90s. Like, they've been doing this since the backpack era. Like, bro, we in this point of age, like, we listen to all type of things. There's no way to criticize somebody unless they listen to like Ice Spice or something. Like, it's some artists out here you could be like, all right, bro, I'm criticizing you, but let's just like if some music is not for you, like I said, this year I'm just gonna be like, yo, I think I'm gonna be more like this, not for me, B, because I know we got hate out there, but sometimes I don't want to hate. Sometimes I really don't want to hate. I want to be honest, but I just don't want to hate sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to put that energy out there in the world. Like, I'm a very positive person at times, but I could be a hateful mother effer. You know what I'm saying? So, one thing I just want to leave, the delusional fans. Come on, bro, be real. Kendrick messed up at his concert, bro.
One thing I think I want to leave. One thing I want to leave. Dang, I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. What is it? I want to leave the meme rappers.
The memes?
Like the meme rappers in terms of like how Ice Spice got big. No offense. I get it. She probably changed her people's life. She shouldn't have had no career.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have had that career.
I think we still gonna have it, bro.
No, we are going to
We have one now. Leangelo Wall. He's a meme rapper.
Oh, yeah.
They making fun of him, and he's becoming...
Nah, some people actually like it, though.
I know, but it started as a joke.
And now it's actually becoming popular.
And they get desensitized to the trash.
We need to leave that in 2025. I think it's going to get worse, but depending on the TikTok ban.
I think it's what they call virality.
Virality.
As it's a part of our culture now. It's a part of the ecosystem of the freaking world.
Just like that Peggy song by a C China chick.
Yeah, somebody's gonna go viral every year, multiple people, and they will become. Their life will change.
But see, back then, one hit wonder.
Yeah.
Now, career.
Hawk Tuah. You get a whole podcast, millions of dollars by saying you Hawk Tuah on that thing,
and you get a meme coin.
Oh yeah, now you Hawk Tuah out of here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's went ghosty. So
she made her money.
The fastest you can get into this world of like fame and celebrity, whatever, you can come out. So like yeah, we're an up and coming channel. Like, we can have a high, you know what I'm saying, or you can have a low. But when you get on that high, just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just be humble.
Don't get beside yourself.
Don't get beside yourself, bro. Like,
we don't look for shout outs.
Nah, not at all.
And I'm not gonna be mad if someone doesn't shout me out.
Who cares? This is a shout out, bro.
No
other man opinion validates mine.
Facts. Because guess what? I'ma still do what I do on here.
In validation, whatever. I'm gonna be me. He's gonna be him. We don't agree on everything. That's what makes That's why we here.
That's what makes the show the show.
Yeah, we're not no echo chamber. Some of you, lead echo chambers. Like, I don't know if you said that.
I said that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We need to leave that. I need that to leave.
Yeah.
The her mentality and echo chambers.
Freaking
leave
circle
that.
jerks.
That's all it is. Mos Def's daughter, she put out an album. Tug, just everywhere.
Bro,
what are we doing?
And just to go back to like, this is hip hop vinyl collectors. You dweebs.
Oh,
Y'all been getting on my nerves, bro. They don't even want to. I don't even want to collect records. I don't even collect records like that no more. It's some albums I'm buying that I got in my cart, but like I don't even want to post my stuff. I was thinking about this before we go. It sucks, right? But I know you can write it off. Like you did your YouTube thing. You can make enough money on Instagram, right? Where you become, you could become like what they call like monetized, right? On like Instagram and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like you can make money off that. Mm-hmm. How do it feel? You kind of was in this position to like, you love this stuff. You bought it, you reviewed it. Mm-hmm. Do you feel a way that like your audience will watch it and start spending money that like you probably can afford it because you write it off, but it's bringing them because they trying to keep up with the world. It's not your problem, but they try to keep up with you, but they can't. They don't know. You know, you have other like from stuff. You probably have a sponsor. I'm
always upfront about how I get certain things. Like like, you know, I'm buying this because I want it. I pay for my money. Like most of the stuff in here, and like I'll say it. I'm like, oh, this company sent me all this. Yeah. But you'll know from watching my content if I really like this. You get what I'm saying?
But I've been seeing like I see some artists. I mean, I see some guys out here buying records. Some of them, I know they getting gifted some stuff. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they announce it like, oh, thanks for this person. Sometimes they don't.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes they be getting it early.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of act like they got their copy. Like, oh, it came in.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of you guys out here being predatory, bro.
Oh yeah, that's very predatory, and it's very it creates the FOMO, which creates the drive to your channel,
and that's what's happening.
It's see, that's my thing. I try to pride myself on authenticity. Like I never, like I jazz it up for the content, but I'm never lying to you about something. Like I either don't give you all the information because some stuff is just too personal to give you, or I just, you know, I make it apparent. Like I tell you, like, oh yeah, I just got this. Yeah. Like literally everything on here. If I got it from a company, I will say I got it from a company. Like, I will never like, oh, yeah, I just got this new so-and-so. And people are like, oh, where you get that from? Silent. No, I'd be like, oh, yeah. I went to Barnes & Noble's. Boom. Let's check out what I picked up. See, that's my thing. I never want to deceive nobody. And I always tell people some stuff like, this is limited. So if you go and buy this, you need to be prepared. But most stuff I'm buying, it's not limited. So I'll be like, wait to get it on a deal. I'm a creator. I'm going to review this. Like, you guys wait for this, see if you want it, and then make the judgment call, but still buy. I always say still buy it on a discount. I'm like, don't buy it full price.
I've been seeing a lot of little sketchiness out here, B. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
I don't respect it.
I don't either.
I don't respect it. Because I built this off of authenticity. Mostly my own money, but authenticity for the most part. Like, if a company sends me something, I will put that the company sent me it. And people are like, oh, that's dope that they sent you that. I always make that apparent. I never have it hidden that, oh yeah, they gave this to me early and I'm going to hold a secret from you guys. No. I put it mostly in the title too. Oh, I got this from so-and-so company.
Some of y'all here getting y'all grills. Yeah. I wonder how y'all getting those grills, huh?
How you getting that limited piece and y'all never logged in online?
I'm like, oh, I got my grill. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, you do me a favor, I do you a favor.
Yeah, post that picture and tag that company.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get it from? No, I'm just tagging them.
Yeah.
Nah, I see your game.
Yes,
I wonder who it is. But B, I believe that's about it for the show that we have. I think that was a good first episode for the year, or at least first episode that we filmed in 2025.
Yes, sir.
I think that's about it, man. As usual, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video. Check out all of our social links in the description down below. Check out the timestamps. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see the daily clips. And don't forget to check out the social links and the Google form if you are an up-and-coming artist and you want to check out your project and potentially give it a review, but you can't be sensitive. And that means potentially. That doesn't mean that we're guaranteed to get to it, but potentially. B, you have any closing notes?
My closing notes is a Happy New Year to you guys. Hope y'all have a flourishing new year. You know, I think we will. We could be coming on like 1,000. We hit 900. You know what I'm saying? We coming, man. Roll for 1,000. Hey, and then we're gonna go further on. B, we never know what's gonna happen this year. There's so much going on. You know,
I know we might get shouted out. B.
Yeah, who knows? might unite the culture. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I'm T.
And I'm Chase. Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.